Hey, it's EBERRON.
Thanks for running.
It's EBERRON.
Hi, EBERRON.
EBERRON.
It's been a minute. Been a hot, saucy, spicy minute. But where we left off, Les Pertés had ventured down into the region of Hope in pursuit of Zaan, and also looking for the third of Mole's mines. In so doing, they became embroiled in this chaotic conflict going on in the region with the bloodthirsty Mishva Stormhorn enacting a violent coup that seems to have overthrown the local Stormhorn clanhold and also brought low the many human and other humanoid individual settlements in the area. They managed to get to Wyrmwatch, but turned out there were also elves here, raiders from Valinar, the Tairnadal, who came to do a bit of plundering, it seems, and got themselves mixed up in some naughty, nasty business, with half of their forces, apparently, trapped inside of Mishva very own castle, and holding it against her, almost kind of by mistake. They spoke with the leader of this warband, Sethian Vidalia, atop the gates, and then were permitted access into Wyrmwatch, where they heard Sethian mention a name, the name Yelenia Amakir, which Peppy had been told before by the inimitable Plunt was the name of his missing mother. That's about where we left off. The gates of Wyrmwatch being pulled open and the party being permitted access within. So, those great big gates of Wyrmwatch are pulled apart, and you are allowed to, and not much, like barely enough for you guys to walk through single file, but enough. And you are allowed to pass beyond the huge stone walls that defend this settlement, although evidently not super well, since the elves told you that this place was trashed when they got here, and also they got in as well. So, as you enter, you can see immediately that the town is in ruins. Judging just from a quick gander around at this, it's relatively flat, so you can't quite see like a lot going off into the distance, but you can just sort of see what's around you in the surrounding blocks. More than half of it looks completely smashed. Scorched buildings, toppled guard towers, there's pillaged shops. And everything that isn't in complete state of destruction has been, at the very least, battered a bit. Nothing has really been left untouched. And the best you can tell, it is a ghost town. There were those 4 elves on the battlements, and then Sethian on his horse Mardula. Sethian has descended now on the horse to sort of ride alongside you. And those elves stay up there. Other than that, you see 2 other elves off in the distance a little bit. Look like they're having a conversation or something. And maybe evidence of a few more, but you gather that the force holding this place is probably a dozen or less elves.
So just a dozen?
Possibly even less. Like, you see 6 or 7 at the moment.
So what you're saying is we could take them.
Yeah.
You could certainly try.
We could take them. I got bloodlust, baby. It's been 2 weeks since I fireball. Peppy's getting weird.
Sethian rides alongside you and says, I will take you to where we are mostly based out of these days, in these ruins, and there we can discuss further. Follow me.
I follow him.
Just sort of rides along ahead. You can see those other elves. The ones on the battlements didn't have anybody with them. But the 2 that you see speaking have animals with them similar to Sethian. One of them is standing there with this large, like, mastiff-like dog with glowing green eyes. There's another one with a winged snake coiled around their arm with glowing red eyes. And you see somebody, like, walking a patrol route or something off in the distance with another sort of smaller, golden-looking dog with golden eyes. And you see more evidence of these Valinar animals. You gather the ones up top probably have their own as well. They're just not joining them on the battlements. How's it going, Sophie?
I'm getting there.
Okay. Good luck.
It's a fight.
It's not a very large town. So it doesn't take super long before you are arriving at the center of town. Where you can see in the town square there is a huge pile of bodies that are burning.
Can we tell what type of bodies they are? What race? They on fire too much.
They've been burning a while. I'll say just make a... It's not a hard check. Just make a perception check. See if you can discern something about them.
Alright, let me see. Perception. +0, so I just D20. Alright, this is gonna be my only... Damn. This is gonna be my only quantum roll of the game.
Oh, yeah?
Go grab my dice from my old desk.
Oh, is that it too?
Okay. That was the first and only quantum I'm gonna use this game unless I have to do like 96.
They burned. A bunch of bodies.
Fuck. Barbecue, baby.
There's a good amount, though. I mean, it's stacked a good...
Estimate, like 40, 50 people?
Somewhere in that ballpark, probably.
Okay. So these are most likely... Well, I say that. Peppy says this. Those the previous occupants?
Some of them are townsfolk who were already dead when we got here. Some of them are the Dragonborn that we killed when we arrived.
Any reason for the burning instead of, you know, good old elbow grease?
This is how we tend to our dead in Valinar.
Okay.
Burying is Not suitable. The sand shifts too often.
That would be very awkward if you're going to visit a family member. I understand now. Carry on. I say as I smell burning flesh going directly into my nostrils.
It's not great. It's not great.
I've heard it smells like burnt chocolate cake.
Is that right?
That's what I've heard.
Interesting. You can see
I'm gonna grab some water.
the big body pile is sort of flanked in this town square by a bunch of windowless shops. A large stone building that looks as though it has, like, exploded from within. You can see there's scorch marks within and rubble lying out in the street as though it blasted apart. And off a little bit, maybe the next block over, you can see there's a small park where you can see there's a couple of elves there. Looks like they're, like, running training drills by themselves or something, practicing their sword play or something. The largest building, however, is the one that you got a glimpse of over the walls initially, is a very large, scarred but still standing temple to the Silver Flame. On the top of the steeple, you can still see the little brazier with the silver flame burning. You can see that a lot of the stained glass windows and so forth had been shattered, but they appear to have been boarded up with, like, errant bits of debris. And you can see elves with bows standing at raised positions within, looking out through slats. And he says, Sethian says, "This is the largest still standing structure in the city, so it is where we have made our base for now. There is more space than there is we know what to do with, so we can let you sit there for a little while." Oh, I should note, actually, you would have seen, like, it was like, you saw, like, these handful of elves, but you did actually see here and there a number of very haggard, like, haunted, frightened-looking townsfolk peering out of windows or, like quickly scurrying from place to place. It looks like the place isn't totally abandoned to the elves. There are still some people who are here.
I hope they're having fun.
Sethian rides up and sort of, like, barks something, and the doors to the temple open up. And you can see inside is, like, the main, like, the nave of the church, basically, where all of the pews and so forth have been pulled aside and scattered out of the way. And there's a number of, like, bedrolls and sleeping arrangements and weapons racks lined up. And
Is this place more Catholic or Protestant on the inside?
it's definitely Baptist.
Design-wise.
Definitely
Ooh, what's a
Baptist.
so like a conference room? What are the Baptist?
I don't know.
Westboro or just?
I was asking, like, what is this opulent a place, or like what
It-
religion was
This is the Silver Flame. The Silver
Okay,
Flame
okay.
is generally a little more austere than the Sovereign Host.
So they're the Protestants. Okay.
Sure, yeah. It's still definitely fancier than your standard, like, Protestant church, but it's not reaching, like, gilded opulence levels.
It's not
of, like,
Orthodox levels.
No,
where
no,
it's
no,
just
no.
fucking gold everywhere.
No, not quite.
I
It's
thought you were
crazy
gonna
how
say,
you
like,
have the
There's still some
dichotomy of Protestant room with drywall and
Yeah.
Orthodox with literally we have tons of gold on the walls.
Yeah. No,
Roman
there's still some
Catholic,
carving and crenellations and, like, fucking
Roman Catholic, they got
frescoes
that
and
fucking
shit,
blame, dude.
but
They didn't rob the natives for nothing, dog.
we're getting that money.
Yeet.
But yeah, it looks like this is where the elves have been sleeping at the very least. Hey, there you are. You got it working.
Yeah, I had to fucking clean house. My Google Chrome was eating half of my CPU.
Very, very bad. Close
Use
some
the-
fucking tabs.
Use the marvelous suspender extension.
I just closed them. I killed them.
No, that's unhealthy. You have to
them.
keep like a million open at once, because you'll do them eventually. I swear to God.
I'm gonna get back to that, I swear. I'm gonna finish
I
reading
don't think
that. Sethian just rides in on the back of his horse. Excuse me, his equal partner, who happens to be bearing him.
Oh, I was gonna say it's still a horse, isn't it?
Is a horse, but
His
it has
horse.
intelligence and so forth. And sort of wheels around and gets down off of Mardula as he sort of waves you guys in and gestures for elves you can see now standing on like raised platforms by the entrance to sort of pull these large ropes that they've attached to the doors to pull them shut again. And he says, "So, you have walked directly into the lion's den. We could rob and murder you right now if we wanted to."
No.
You could. I mean, you could try.
That is the attitude I like. Don't use that attitude too much or people will really want to rob you.
Yeah.
Oh, we are pathetic.
I promise.
We are very pathetic. We are weaklings.
Now
We are
look
no
at me.
strength.
I'm a pushover.
Watch this. I push him over with one finger.
I roll down a hill.
Look, he is going to roll into that sharp stick.
He rolls into the sharp stick and dies straight away.
Shit, that sucks.
You see a dashing human.
His name?
The Sethian sort of looks over at you guys and says, "Right, so you're probably a little bit confused as to the nature of our involvement in this conflict, and to be honest, I'm a little bit confused as to what exactly you are doing here, but I will go first. I will begin with preamble, so get ready. I am an elf.
All right.
We live a long time, we take a long time."
We speak a lot.
Yawn.
You are just in the gloom, brother. You are gone.
I'm
He's
here.
been consumed.
You are under
Oh, no, no, hold on.
bottom of the sea. Light the spooky candle.
Light the candle, light the candle.
Oh, let me.
The roar.
There you go.
There are.
Here you go.
Oh,
Very
so you
ominous.
should
Oh,
be.
no.
Look, you're hosting a Twilight Zone ripoff on YouTube.
He's gonna have a sequel to the top 7 gnome sightings.
I'm gonna be the next Jeff the Killer.
I'm Jeff the Killer too.
Watch out, viewers, for you too might get Jeff the Killed.
Oh, look at how short my hair. I cut my hair too short.
Yeah, hold on, let me go grab
Way
some.
too short, man.
God, you're practically bald, you fucking piece of shit.
You should honestly just curl up in a ball.
This is the first time in years that my hair has been above my nipples.
If I saw you in
Is
public,
that how
I-
you base it?
Actually,
Above or
yes.
below nipple?
Genuinely, yeah.
So like, how
Not-
long do you want to cut your hair? Like above your nipple, below your nipple?
if I'm at the beach
No, they just
shirtless, I
asked.
would like to feel a sort of featherish tickle on my
Just
nips.
a little bit, just a little sensation. It's a fidget.
I
you
need
know?
to have it long enough that I can go half Godiva. You know, I can cover up my tits.
Well, you can go full
Like
Godiva thematically. Get down to your crunch, so you can ride a horse in public.
That's true. That's true. One day, maybe.
Like you go to the barber and you say, and they're like, "Oh, how much do you want your hair? Like, how much do you want trimmed?" And you're like,
All of
"Oh, can you get it above the nip?" And
I
then
don't
right
even
above
want
your
it.
nips, like,
I don't even want it
they're right
to
here,
touch
they're right
areola,
here.
bro.
it.
I think we
I
can all
gotta, hold
agree.
on, my nips are right here. In case you're wondering, I'm rubbing them right now.
Hold on, let me
You
pull
can
up my.
see them?
I've
Around
worn a
there.
tight shirt and it's a cold day.
They're right
just so you
here,
can see.
actually. I'm not sure. I'm circling them right here. Can you
Yeah,
do you
they're-
notice?
they might be lower than you think. That's why I'm,
They're
You
not.
start lactating.
I want
my
them
nips
above
are
my
right
nipples.
here.
Now, before we proceed,
They're
I need
here,
to let you know,
here, here, and here.
my nipples are not where you'd expect them to be. You will not guess.
I do. I'm sorry. We did this last time, but my nipples are migratory, so I got to make sure that it works out.
All right.
Back to Dungeons and Dragons.
Anyway, so Vathnak's
Sethian
nipples
snaps
shift.
out of this nipple fever dream he was having.
Why did he say all of those things?
I put in videos.
He said every single one of our lines as if we were like emitting through him. Like we broke the fourth wall and we came to him.
I apologize. I was just a conduit for some fucking idiots.
There was a multiverse where this all actually just happened and we
Oh.
just beamed our brains into my head above my nipples. Why am I saying this? Right here. Do you see? Right here.
I understand. One time I was a small, little, 5-inch tall rural lawyer.
And still are.
I snap my suspenders.
This guy over here, Peppy, he's known to be Powerline Boy.
Oh yeah.
You keep saying those things.
He has more than one trait.
And he won't know what they are until he gets it.
Powerline boy.
All right. Many years ago, we carried out a great raid against the Stormhorn clan. Oh, I like that. I like the firelight. Very, very sexy.
He lights
very,
himself on
very
fire.
sexy.
very sexy.
Very sexy.
I like you. Come,
It was
come to my room later.
It was a crusade of glory against the Masters of Lightning. It ended very poorly. The Conqueror Mishva smashed our warbands, desecrated the corpses of our warriors and their animal partners, crossed the sands and burned thousands of years of knowledge in the libraries of our ancestors. Ever have we nursed this wound and yearned for vengeance. Yet we have always been hesitant, for the cost of that last advance was so great. And it may well have passed that we would have marked this as a tragic memory in our history and carried on. Such was my intention in the beginning. When the war broke out in Hope, Stormhorn killing Stormhorn, I thought, good, let them kill each other. But I was advised by a friend otherwise. That this may be our only chance to win glory against Mishva, by storming the battlefield, taking her impenetrable castle, stripping it of its riches, and bringing the walls down. A very bold task, especially for one warband, but the fire of legacy in me was stoked. I see now it may have been too bold. These are the perils of listening to the advice of outsiders on Tairnadal matters. While the armies of the Conqueror sacked Pitchwall and the clan hold, we spilled over the castle gates. By some failure of planning, their defenses were not fully activated. There were many left behind, and they fought valiantly, but one Tairnadal is the equal to a dozen of Mishva's dogs. It was a great victory, and the treasures were greater still, riches beyond compare, weapons of impossible make, and a sleeping dragon under lock and key.
A dragon. They keep them locked up.
My understanding it is not her dragon. They brought it low by some mysticism captured it and brought it back to the clan, back to the castle with them. We were just going to seize what we found, pull down what we could, take the dragon's head home for good measure. But in the thunder of drums came upon the gates. In our haste for glory, we had missed the stable boy. Rode for Mishva and brought her army back with haste. The Tairnadal, we seek glory, but not at all costs. We made to flee with what we had. Even in this case, being run back, we had made a fool of Mishva by taking her castle even for a moment. Written a proud tale for our descendants. I led one team, and Yelenia led the other. But we were separated when blades from below burst from the ground and skewered two of our number. The castle, you see, is built on a tear to the plain of war, Shavarath. We battled the monsters that issued forth and escaped, or I did, believing Yelenia behind me. But when we crossed into the jungle, we saw great pulses of light from within, saw the defenses activate as the encircling army closed the circle. We had no choice but to leave. We came upon Wyrmwatch as the Conqueror was destroying it. It seemed a defensible outpost. So we went in after them and closed the gates behind us. You saw some of those attackers on the road to the gate, the others in that burning pile. Those who seemed keen to flee, the townsfolk, we jailed. For fear of their alerting Mishva, as we had already been subjected to. We do not need another army coming upon us from behind. Since then we have held out here, plotting a way to rescue our brothers and sisters. I know they live. Yelenia's partner, Tazir, has flown through the storms of arrows to bring us word. The tumult of Shavarath passed when it was harnessed to defend the castle walls. The dragon does not wake. There are deeper reaches of the castle, but they cannot access them. They are behind powerful magic. But I fear the longer that we wait, the more damage will be done to them. They are... Tazir has told me that they are having strange dreams. Anger and bloodlust and violence screaming from the tear to Shavarath, setting their teeth on edge, their minds towards war. But also soft dreams of grassy fields never ending.
Well, I'm sorry, who's having these dreams?
The elves who are still trapped at the castle.
Oh.
Mishva has so far been unable to breach her own defenses, but I do not know if that will continue. They are in dire straits, whether it be these strange dreams, the violence exuding from Shavarath, or Mishva herself. They must be freed, and then we will return together to Valinar. So that's the situation that we are in here.
Alright, so portal to the war dimension?
That seems to be the case, yes.
Not great. Not good for, prolonged settlement.
No. My understanding is that Mishva has used this to both harness it to defend her castle and bring things out. Storms of blades and weapons that could not be forged anywhere else. Who the
What's my
fuck is
mom's name again?
Lushan?
What's my mom's name
What?
again? Hold on.
That's that's the war band.
Oh no, Lushan
Wait,
is the
no,
leader
no,
of the war
that's his
band.
title.
That's his title, yeah. Your mom's
Is there a
Yelenia.
short name for their war bands?
It's just war band.
Fuck.
They just call them war bands.
So, are we gonna be working on closing that portal, or what's our next what's our next course of action here? Because it seems that we can help each other.
Have you come here for this portal?
No, but it seems like a fun little thing. We do that a lot.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we're here to.
Oh, would you like some
uh,
rum, by the way?
Oh,
I do
yeah,
not.
Spiced
a lot of
rum.
I do not drink liquors not made by the Tairnadal. They are too weak.
Oh,
Well,
Okay,
Okay.
buddy.
I am not in the habit of drinking watered down piss.
well, you don't have to be so mean about it.
I am not.
You
I am
should-
being direct.
you should try Rome-ish drink. There is drink called glug. It is 100% alcohol.
Now I will say, I have had Dromish drink before, and the beasts of the Badlands know how to make a brew.
Oh, it is true. Many times when Ag does bad decision, Ag is my friend. He did it because he drink many drink. But many times also sober.
Why have you come to this place?
Save the world.
Pretty
This
much.
is
yeah.
not an answer.
What was our specific reason for coming here again?
There's a mine.
We're here to
It
shut
was a mine.
down
The
a
last
mine.
mine.
There was the mine and Zaan was coming here.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
We're
Mishva was
on
heading
the
this way.
trail of an old friend
Silver
who
bullets.
we believe may be compromised.
An old friend.
Yeah, the name's Zaan. Ring a bell? Looks a
He
bit
l-
like not Matthew McConaughey. Bradley
He look-
Cooper? No.
He
Who?
looks like he could have played James Grond
Pierce Brosnan.
30 or 40 years ago.
Here's Boston. That's it.
I don't think his
I'm
movies
sorry,
were
I
that
mean,
long
we
ago.
Pierce Brosnan. Pierce Brosnan, you know the
We
famous
do-
theater actor,
we do.
Pierce Brosnan?
Oh, yes.
We also have his actual cover name, which is I forget, but you know.
Yeah, but he looks a lot like Pierce Brosnan.
Hmm.
There was
You saying Deers?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
what he
the
said.
Eberron name. Is it
Pierce
Pierce
Brosnan.
Oh, okay.
Not Pierce Brosnan.
That would be
Pierce Brosnan.
ridiculous. It's a real person. Come on, it's Beers Pros.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
There
gotcha.
was a very handsome man who looked like he could have been James Grond, perhaps 20, 30 years ago.
50 years ago.
Perhaps 75 years ago.
No, that's too old. That's that's Con Connery.
Such a man
Connery?
came to the gates. We allowed them entry under guard. But now they slipped our guards. And we believe broke into the jail for some purpose. We saw them leave, but did not know it. They had assumed an elven form. We only learned later that the particular elf was still in the city. Shape changers.
I know.
So, I cannot say what purpose they had here or where they have gone, but there was some business they had in the jail. We know only that they broke in and departed soon after.
Is anything missing?
No?
They probably talked.
The prisoners are not keen to speak with us as we have imprisoned them. Perhaps they will speak with you.
Maybe.
Yeah, we could do a whole bit routine where we get thrown in jail and we're like, oh wow, that sucks, guys. Hey, guys here see any good TV lately?
Would you like me to arrest you?
We could do that angle soon, I'm sure.
I think your friend Peppy wandered off to eat some pizza. Or
That is
some
why
kind
they
of
call
thing.
him. His name
Don't you
is-
mean a food disc?
No.
No, it's pizza in EBERRON.
Oh, it's actually called pizza EBERRON? Oh, shit.
That is why
I'm
sometimes,
a poser.
instead of Peppy Galdar, they call him Pizza Slice Dar.
You know, not your best. I've just met you and I can already tell.
You can tell there are many better jokes to come. Maybe you should arrest us now, because now if we are out here longer, more people will think, why are they out here and not arrested?
Well, they can't see us from here, can they?
What if they have a hole in the wall?
Is the jail like right here?
I turn looking.
It is
building
some
little jail.
distance, some several minutes walk.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Um.
There is also we are seeking a way to release Yelena and the others. We are hoping there is something that we have missed, some way to create a gap that could be used to extract them, or some other way to breach the defenses and get them out quickly. We are not sure. There is a dragonborn in our cells, but they will not speak to us either. But the animosity between the Tairnadal and the Stormhorn and their kin goes fairly deep at this point. It is possible that he will speak to an outsider.
How many people are in the castle that we would have to fight?
How many people are in the castle that you would have to fight? The other half of my
surrounding
warband
the
is in the castle. Ideally, they
Yes.
should not fight you.
What about?
Yeah, we'd have to fight the encircling army.
Yes. Oh, yes.
There
the
were like
army.
hundreds.
Thousands.
We saw them, didn't we? Yeah.
I would not recommend fighting the army. You will lose. We Tairnadal
And I
are
doubt
If it was a small force, we Tairnadal could handle it ourselves. Each Tairnadal is the equal to many of
worth
these
a dozen.
fighters. Yes. But with those numbers,
Um,
it is just not possible. Mishva already had a large force, and she has gained more by converting members of the clan to her side, and add on the lizard folk to that, and the number only grows.
For the when you were
Alright.
at the
Peppy
castle,
stops T-posing and he smells a lot like mozzarella and tomatoes.
he ate pizza. He did. When you were at the castle, was there for the war tear thing? Was it just like emanating kind of from the ground, or was there like giant pits that has or portal kind of thing? Was there a portal anywhere?
We did not see the portal, we only discerned its existence. Some of us have been to manifest zones of Shavarath before and were able to recognize the signs. This
Okay.
was an especially potent one, so we believe it not to be a mere manifest zone, but in fact a tear.
Does a tear mean it's portal, or does it just mean it's
A
even
tear means
further
there's an opening.
magnitude?
Alright, I'm fully
Yeah.
back.
A tear is there's a hole. You can go there.
Okay.
So, by tear, not intentional.
A tear,
No,
it is hard to say.
it might be widening it, but I mean, it's like in the other mines they were. Wait, no, I forget. I need to check them out. In the Thornwood, their mine was actually refinery, right? It was on the other side of the portal.
It was in the portal. Yeah, it was in Lamania.
Yeah. So the mine could be another situation of it's actually a refinery or staging area on the in the other side of the portal in not Lamania, the shared war dimension.
Yeah, the first mine you went to, it was all on this side. The one in the Thornwood was like there was a refinery here, and the actual extraction was happening on the other side of the portal. If there is a mine somewhere underneath Castle Garage, you're not sure about its status.
Yeah. Very possible, and that's could be why they got all these lizard folk now, is they got a labor force, a big one.
What is this?
Or just a big
You
army.
seek
to protect it.
something attached to this tear.
Maybe we're trying to shut down a. Oh wait, no, yeah, it's definitely. He said they were having dreams of the bad stuff. Yeah. Well, those dreams of nice grassy hills and stuff, they're actually really really bad. It's what do you want to call it? Like very minor levels of I forget what they call domination magic. You know, that stuff.
You're telling me they're having their minds controlled, or may
Yes.
soon.
Mm-hmm. And they
This is
they
bad.
mine the material for it near those portals. So there's probably a mine below the castle or lower in.
And that is what the magic defending the lower reaches must be for.
Yeah.
They did not find
to keep
any
things-
mine,
yeah.
but were not able to go below the castle itself.
Yeah. Also could be on the other side of the portal, but it's probably there's probably stuff on the other side too.
Well, then it seems that our ambitions point us in the same direction.
It's possible that the person in jail might be able to help us figure out how all that works, or how to get in. Do we have anything to get us to a different plane?
Like plane shift? I don't think anybody's got that.
And this is just very theoretical, but if we were able to plane shift to like the war dimension, would you be popping out kind of like just one higher, and you could just would it be equidistant? Like if there's a portal to the war dimension on the surface, and we're on the surface, and then we go to the war dimension, would we be 30 miles from that portal to the surface or mortal plane? Or would
They're
it be
not.
like fucking Minecraft Nether?
They're not mirrors. Like the planes aren't mirrors.
Okay.
They're just different dimensions and shit. They're not mirrored on each other. I actually don't think
But it's
EBERRON
not
has any that are like that.
guaranteed to be. Okay.
No, it's just its own discrete plane.
Do you control where you plane shift, or like location wise?
If you have plane shift,
that
you have to have a tuning fork attuned to the plane you want to go to.
But like
go to a
within
general
the plane.
place, but you can't be specific.
Okay.
Oh well, yeah, that.
Okay. I wasn't sure if there was like you need like a teleportation circle kind of thing on that plane.
No, I mean, you can go there. You might not land exactly where you wanted to, but you'll probably be, nearby.
Okay.
Um,
we ain't got that anyway.
no, you don't.
Okay. Well,
So, if there is a way to get in there to save Yelenia, we can depart with her and her half of the warband. Return to Valenar, and you, perhaps then in the castle, can do your business. Perhaps this has something to do with that man you are seeking.
yeah. Probably does. I wonder where he might just be with the army now. Did he say how many days ago that
Oh, this
Beers Brosnan came
was
through?
yesterday.
I have a question. That wouldn't. No, there's no way. That doesn't match up with when we saw Mr. Loam, does it?
No.
Okay, cool. That'd be really funny.
It would be, but no. It doesn't seem like that's the case.
Oh, hello. I'm just a priest in the woods.
Just a man passing
Oh.
by, certainly not Zaan. Goodbye.
Have I seen Beers Brosnan? No. Who's that?
Under no circumstances.
I haven't met him. He's me. Okay. Wait, did he say that they left? He said the Beers Brosnan left town, right? Did he know which way he was heading?
I guess he would have said east.
The general castle direction, I assume.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
But I mean, most everything is in that direction. If you go west, you hit Valenar pretty
Yes,
soon.
He didn't go to Elfland.
He did
who
not
would've
go to
thought?
Elfland, it seems.
Didn't even get a little cool elf hat. Gives you pointy ears. Like the Mickey Mouse thing.
What town are we in right now on the map?
Wyrmwatch.
Wyrmwatch, okay. Right.
Yeah.
So you're pretty
Could he have
close
gone
to the
into
border.
the End World Mountains?
Perhaps. He said it
What's the
sounded
Endworld
like he
Mountains
went
like?
east. The Endworld Mountains?
Yeah, how bad? I'm guessing it's a good vacation spot.
They're not, honestly, they're not as bad as the name
As
sounds.
the name End World Mountains.
It's more like because
The
for
end of the world.
yeah, like I think it was named by the Talenta or something that it was like they believed that was literally the edge of the world.
Remember when we almost died in the desert? In a tomb? I just saw the Blade
Oh.
Desert.
Oh, we weren't even in a fucking desert. It was just like
Yeah,
a
where were
really
we?
it was like just a really hot spot of the jungle.
We
Well, it's
were
just hot that day.
adjacent.
Just
to
really
desert.
it was just so hot we almost died.
Yeah.
We were adjacent to desert, I think.
I don't even think so. I think we were adjacent to wetlands.
Or-
We were like near where the
yeah.
lobsters live.
There's no desert there. Yeah,
I guess it was just really hot jungle.
It was just really hot that day.
it's true.
It got hot.
But yeah, the
We-
Underworld Mountains are, I mean, there's a shitload of Dakani ruins in them. There's a lot of, like, mountainous lizard folk that live in that area. Orc tribes, tribal orcs that never really joined the whole gatekeeper cause. But broadly
No girl
speaking,
boss cause either.
they're pretty well like mapped. Like they're not too forbidding anymore. They're just hot spots for archaeologists and shit.
Gotcha.
They're
So
pretty difficult to
east
pass.
is-
They're
is
like they're very
jungle.
hard to pass, but they're not like super dangerous, so to speak.
East is jungle.
East is
Very much
into the
everything's
jungle, back
jungle.
into sort of the middle of hope.
Yeah. That's also towards the castle. Mishva's castle.
I'm gonna get this. I'm just gonna take this yellow line off. Just 'cause
Yeah,
it's,
that's-
just 'cause it's
I
kind of
think
Yeah, okay,
we've
so this
accomplished that
castle, where is
journey.
this castle? I'm trying to zoom in.
East.
Yeah,
Uh,
but do we know where it is on the map? Oh, castle, okay, there we go. Sorry, it's cluttered, I can't.
Yeah, I know. Here,
So
let me-
we are at Wyrmwatch, and hopefully, we
I
think
don't know-
Zaan
I don't
went
know
here.
what the fuck this is.
We think Zaan went
I
that
don't
way.
know what the red circle is for.
That was the
I know what the black circle
black
is.
circle is hope. The red circle was the country of New Galifar. That was just drawn a while ago.
Wait, oh, is that like that's the actual border of the country, not just Kubara?
This like the red bit is
Or was
more or
that
less
just highlighting that this.
most of Kabara is not like settled. Most of it is still controlled by the lizard folk
Yeah.
tribes and the dragonborn and so forth. These are the two discrete sort of quote unquote nations that have established themselves in the territory of Kabara.
All right, I have
Big
marked
two.
the direction in which we believe Zaan has gone.
So there's New Galifar, that's a nation. What's the other one?
Hope.
Oh, that's a nation?
Technically, it's not a nation the way that like the way like Brayland is. It's more like
Colony or something?
it's like a collection of aligned colonies, sort of, that are
Okay.
hoping to be a nation
Oh.
eventually.
I had no idea that. Oh, I thought they just called it Hope. Okay.
No,
But
that
where's the? Is there a quote unquote capital?
it was more on equal footing. Pitchwall and Wyrmwatch and like some smaller communities were just sort of like it was like city state sort of shit. But they were like
Well, this federation is now fucking gone.
it seems
These
kind of
cities are
gone. It seems a
done.
little bit gone. Seems like
That's,
Hope got fucked.
woo. Yeah, they're no more hope. Haha.
Haha. Yeah, they didn't have like a big proper
Um,
capital like New Galifar. It was more like people who didn't really like vibe with exactly the way New Galifar was running shit. They wanted to set up their own thing. They came over to Hope. It seems to have fallen apart at the moment.
I'm sure New Galifar loved that idea.
They're laughing right now. They're yucking it up. They're like,
I'm
good
not
job,
sure if
dipshit.
they'll laugh about the
No,
fact
they're laughing
that the
about it. They're
nation-
saying, don't come crawling back to me, bitch.
They're laughing about that, and then they're like, "Hey, ha ha ha! Isn't that funny? Oh, you mean like the place that we could have absorbed got burned to the ground by natives and raiders? Yee.
Also, their army is bigger and bigger, and they hate that we're over here too.
Yeah. This bodes poorly.
This could go badly very quickly. But yeah, that's
New Galifar is basically a fucking city-state then.
kind of, yeah. They've got some. The only other
White Cliff or
major
whatever.
town is White Cliff, but and Adderport as well. Adderport.
Ah, I see. Okay. They got something, I guess. Damn. Okay.
They've got like a lot of the
Okay,
port
though.
stuff going on, so they got a lot more dough.
Just because they're like the last stop before fucking the lasagna principalities.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's pirate land, isn't it?
There are pirates there. It's not like all pirates, but I mean, piracy is a problem there.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow. So yeah. So anyways, that's what's going on. We want to rescue Yelena, but we have been unable to discern any information on how to breach Mishva's defenses. We are hoping that perhaps the Dragonborn that we have captured know something, but we cannot get them to speak. Your friend also broke into the prison for some purpose. I do not know. All I know is that we will not leave Kibara without rescuing Yelena and the others. Or else, what sort of a message would this send to our descendants that we have left behind good soldiers?
Well,
Is the prison still like existing, or is it also pillaged?
no, they're keeping all the people that were trying to flee in the jail.
It
so-
was pillaged, but we re-established it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, they're trying to make sure nobody gets out of town to tell the army that they're here. But it seems Bierce Brosnan got out, so that's
Yes, that could be
dying wish, most
problematic.
likely.
We have thought of that. I do not
Oh,
know
dear
this shape
Brosnan.
changer's intentions.
so evasive. Well, normally he has okay intentions. However, at this moment, it's kind of gone crazy, so not too good. I'll believe it.
Well. So. Any thoughts?
Head empty, dog.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to. Oh,
That cough! Yelena's blood!
Oh,
yeah, I'm
you
waiting
should
for the
get
part where
that
someone's like,
checked out.
"Hey, Peppy, what about your mom?"
Yeah, I heard my mom's name dropped around. Not sure if you knew. It's Yelena or
Don't think
Lelena?
you
I have
would.
Lelena written down on my sheet.
I'll write it down again.
It's an I.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, it's capital
It's
I. So I said Lelena.
Yeah.
Yelena, like that.
Yelena. Thank you.
Elvish names, wahoo!
Where I forget. Where did I originally hear my mom's name in the 2 sections ago? I gotta get a refresher. Why I heard it.
He mentioned it, like
Okay.
he was just talking about it, and has since gone on to explain that Yelena was in command of the unit that got trapped.
Gotcha.
Now she's trapped in the castle.
castle.
King of the castle.
Well, I heard a name in there. Pretty interesting name. Yelena, you said, right?
Yes, Yelena.
Wouldn't be Yelena Emick here, would it?
That is correct.
All right, boys, we're going to the castle, and Peppy just starts walking away.
What is happening?
Okay.
What's going on?
Oh, I should probably. He does like a heel turn, like perfect heel turn, just like almost like he was on a swivel. And it makes that noise too.
He stepped on a fucking rat.
He turns around. He's like, "You see, Yelenia is my mother, and I got this ring here." Pulls it from around his neck. I got this ring here that I gotta give her because she ran out of my family.
You see, as you say, he's my mother. You see him do this, like complete bewilderment.
It is true.
Yelenia? Huh.
Look, and I'm showing my half pointy ears.
You see him like
My
peers,
dad's name was Plunt. He was an
peers-
engineer.
he peers really closely at you.
What if my dad was lying?
Natural 20. he
be
just
really good.
he just saw like this really hot elf once and made up a whole story about it. The actual truth.
I just have a birth defect. I'm not a half elf.
He saw elves and he's like, damn, they're hot. Oh yeah, your mom's name is La Blenda.
Blend.
La Blenda?
Yes,
Is
you
this
could,
this is
don't
just an
know.
insane
Something-
coincidence. He made up that whole name.
Something elf sounding. Don't worry about it.
When Peppy was still young and his head was malleable, he shaped his ears.
I think that he
Yeah,
used
that-
Peppy as a test subject for his ear longener device. Unfortunately, the patent was
And
stolen.
then he did it and he's like, fuck, I fucked it up. Yeah, you're half elf. Yeah.
He sort
Yeah,
of
your mom was an elf. She didn't leave me because I experimented on our child.
he just sort of peers at Peppy for a moment and he says, "You do not resemble her very much, but there is something in the eyes."
Look at
He
those
opens his eyes like this.
big wet eyes, like a crying bug.
You can see the white underneath the pupil, so you know he's an insane person.
Mhm.
Because apparently some people believe that.
By the ancestors, you speak the truth.
And check it out, and I press to digitate some sparks.
Oh,
I don't know if that's anything, but I can do that.
it's
too.
not.
I haven't done magic in a little bit, so I
Ooh,
just wanna-
party tricks.
I do a little party popper.
Oh,
You like that?
I must admit I am very shocked. I never thought Yelenia would, of all people.
Yeah. Bared me for 9 months. Is that how long elves are pregnant? Are elves pregnant for like a month?
Or is it for
No,
3
it's the
years?
same.
Okay. Elves
7
get
years.
pregnant and have birth in 2 weeks.
He sort of like
No, they
looks.
get pregnant because their lives are longer. It takes like 10
He
years.
sort of looks you up and down.
You
He's
were
like,
born as a tween.
I had heard idly that she carried on with a human from Lyrendar not that long ago, but to bear a child. This is not like her at all. Very strange.
Well, it would have been 23 years ago, so. Well, 24 as of today.
Yes, that's what I said not that long ago.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Yep,
Oh.
forgot of that part.
How long
Basically a
so-
week ago. It's like last month, right?
About a week ago.
It just surprises me. She has always been. I've known her since she was a girl. She has always been very itinerant, difficult to control.
He doesn't fuck.
No, she fucks plenty.
Oh, okay.
She just,
enough.
well, she is a revenant of Amakir, after all. She is a born wanderer, a hired sword, a rebel.
she's a zombie.
You do not know our ways. We, Tairnadal, do not have surnames. If there is a second name that you hear in our name, it is because we are embodying the spirit of an ancestor. For example, I am a revenant of Vidalia. That is what we call them, revenants. It means that you receive guidance from an ancestor, and in your actions you embody their will and their spirit and their values. Yelenia's patron ancestor is Amakir, who is a wanderer and a hired sword, a rebel, very difficult to pin down. Very, not the most popular, shall we say, ancestor. But she has always been a fine, decorated warrior. She has ridden with this warband many times over the years, in and out. She has been with us for the past 5 years. She has, I would have thought it to be... For a revenant of Amakir to multiply is unusual. And, Yelenia especially so.
Does that mean that Peppy has an ancestor in him?
He sort of
You
looks at
saying
you.
You saying I went down at me.
No,
Family tree? No. Oh, okay.
I am sorry, but the Korvar, the half-elves, we have never known one to be able to achieve revenancy.
Was that a challenge?
No. I
There
mean,
is
you can take it as one if you
Okay.
like, but we've never seen it work.
What would be the process of this? Has anyone tried?
Yes.
Well,
This
I'm
is
gonna
not...
try again.
This is bordering on blasphemy, but I will let you discuss it with your mother. And he actually says it like that. He's like, I'm sorry, it is just so very strange to... I have known Eulania for almost 200 years. It is very surprising.
You've known him for 10 peppies.
Wow. Do they hear the ancestor in their head?
They can commune. I can commune with Vidalia
Oh.
if I so choose.
Like right now.
Do you all have,
It
like, do you have
requires
the...
a period of trance. It is not
Okay.
something one can do so easily.
You
but-
can't just close your eyes and be like, "What's up?"
No, the ancestor is quite busy with ancestor business.
No. Okay. Okay.
So,
There are many revenants
You-
for each ancestor as well. They
wait,
must...
where
spread.
are they? If they are not in Dolur,
Dulur, we the Tairnadal believe that Dulur is merely a transitory period. That when it seems that all fades from the shades, this is in fact the spirit passing on to the halls of the ancestors beyond, leaving behind what is left of its mortal essence.
oh, did you ask your ancestor if that is true?
We do not waste their time with such trivialities. We know that we can speak to them, so we know that they are there.
Oh, okay.
You're not going to get any concrete answers about life and death in this campaign.
Okay.
I was also thinking that, like,
How
did you
do
just
they
confirm
know
that
they're
there's an
really
afterlife, or-
ancestors and not just
You don't know where
brain
they could be fucking getting sucked into like a big ancestor pit underneath the desert or some
I
shit.
thought you were
They're
gonna
just
say
floating
that they
around.
were gonna be getting
Yeah,
sucked
man.
silly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
would
man,
think
I'm
you'd
your
be getting sucked
ancestor.
so hard and you wouldn't even know.
See, I think that they
Bro,
are.
it's just frauds, bro. I'm your ancestor, bro.
I think they are their ancestors, and they are in the afterlife. But they haven't actually, but they don't actually know that, and they haven't confirmed it because every time they ask them, they're like, "Yeah, fucking whatever, dude." Oh,
that? They're like, are you really gonna ask me that? Me, your ancestor? Come on. Get over it,
They're brain
dude.
bugs.
Every time I ask
Live in the
Vidalia,
moment.
every time I ask Vidalia where exactly he is, he tells me, "Forget about it, bro. Get her done."
Yeah. God. They, when they say ancestors, they mean like they all have the same ancestors, like original ancestors, or like people they knew ancestors.
Make a history check.
Yeah, I got this one.
I got this one. Well, that's pretty good.
17.
The ancestors who are powerful enough to pass on their wisdom in such a manner are generally like a number of legendary individuals from their elven past. It's very likely that some amount of the bloodline exists in them, but they don't actually technically have to be blood related. It's more like a legendary ancestral figure.
Pseudo gods. Got it.
Well, just
Wait,
just
they're not the same.
mythic figures.
Are these the same elves that have the really old fucks that don't die?
That is the other group.
These
That's
aren't.
the Arenal.
Right? Okay.
That's the
But
Arenal
what-
elves.
What is
So
it
instead
about?
of worshiping old fucks that don't die, they worship old fucks that
Who did
die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is it about being mythical?
That's like one's a
that
bit
allows
better
them
than
to
the
be
other.
gods?
I mean, not mythical. Like they existed. Pretty
mean,
much
not literally mythical.
conclusively,
Wow.
But what is it about what they did that lets them do this? Do only they go to the halls?
Fucking Talos existed. Was he really turned into a god? Was it really that cool?
Listen, you're asking a lot of questions, and I don't know how to answer all of them. This is just what my life is
I
like.
love how we walk up and we're like, listen, is your life really true?
If you tell somebody you can
Is your
talk to your
god
dead ancestor and you
real?
refuse to answer the obviously answerable afterlife question, you're a dickhead.
I mean, look.
I'm
you come
sorry,
out
my
and be
culture
yeah, I
is
can
not
talk to my dead
is
ancestor
not
from
conclusive enough for you.
Yes, your culture's wrong. You should be ashamed of who you are and change to suit me.
You eat your
Maybe-
own cancerous flesh.
Yes.
Maybe next time you should ask questions instead of blindly believing what you're told. Anyways,
This guy
we know
worships
you're a good
hags.
No, oh no, there is a difference. You see, when I blindly worship my cultural things, it is okay. And then when I choose not to question them, it is okay.
guy.
He
Yeah.
points at Gron. This guy's bald.
It is true. Peppy is also
That's all my
born
religion.
here.
I'll just say
He
this.
points
is
at Peppy.
controversial.
This
Religion
guy
is
doesn't
not
even have a
being-
mom. She ran out on him. I just heard about it.
Well, she's over there. I will say this. It's controversial, but Chim isn't real on the referring to you talking about Talos.
So, I respect your belief.
I'm going to kill you all now.
Because I respect.
Yes.
I think that we should go to the castle because that is where she is, but secretly. Like
We
this.
sneak in there.
We have not been able to find a method inside. That is why we wanted more information, but
Can any of you guys teleport?
no.
I can teleport.
Well,
Can teleport.
we have one. Actually, we have two magic users among us here, but
Come on.
Can they teleport 500 feet to a location they cannot see?
yes,
Well, then where are they?
this is not sufficient. The defenses are, well, they are steep. My understanding is, well, while we were escaping, one person tried to teleport out at the very least. And we have not seen them since. So, we are reluctant to use that method. Even so, we believe it somewhat likely that we would be detected if we tried to do that enough times to get all 10 of the imprisoned elves out of there.
Oh. What if?
Well, could you teleport 2 people? Or 1 person twice?
Can any of them fly?
Doesn't matter. Can they hold their breath for more than like a minute?
I can.
What?
I can.
Because we have this little hole thing.
Oh, that thing.
You want to stuff the elves in a hole and have them hold their breath?
Yeah.
I just told
Well,
you
the
that if you
person
try
holding-
to teleport, you will. The guy who teleported vanished.
Well,
I mean,
You are
not
not
that big a
built
deal.
different.
What if
listen.
what if he
I am
casts a
Tairnadal.
spell?
We are all about glory and ego. I have met many who say they are built different. They are never built different. They are always built exactly the same.
What if Peppy is built the same, but the other guy just did the spell bad?
Yeah, what if they were bad?
yeah.
What if they sucked ass?
This was a talented elf who is probably dead, whose name you are spurning.
Sounds like he wasn't built
sorry.
different.
I'm sorry.
No,
He's
none of us are. That's the point.
Alright.
Nobody.
Well, we can go try and talk to the people in jail and see maybe there's some secret way in that they don't try because it's too dangerous or something. I don't know.
Is there a place we can get like a really large amount of explosives? This is semi-related.
But yeah, do you have any explosives?
Like blast discs. I love blast. We love using blast discs. If you
Yes,
have them,
it is cool because they explode.
they do
Yeah.
explode.
You see this? I point at my mech guy. I said, blast discs did that.
Yeah, but it was cool, right?
It seems as though
And
you
I
are
go for a
adept
fist bump with-
users of them then.
Do you go for the fist
I,
bump?
I don't.
Oh,
I keep pointing at my eye.
Ah! Ah!
I am sorry,
Botnak!
Peppy. I
Like you
I-
fully punched my hand.
If you were
no,
not
that was 10%.
if you were not visibly powerful and could possibly actually help, I would have killed all of you by now.
It's a bit harsh.
No,
That
it is
is
not.
rude.
It is
Also-
incredibly generous.
It is also presumptuous.
Hmm?
I learned that word from James Grond. The book.
I no longer wish to stand near you. I will send another person to take you to the prison.
Do
You're
you, I'm
getting
sorry, I
food
have
here.
forgotten. You said there was a dragonborn in there, right? What clan was he a part of? Was he a part
I
of
don't know, he
the
won't
guys
tell
that got
us.
absorbed? Oh, well, he's blue, right?
They are
Stormhorn,
all blue.
probably? Oh, I thought that was just Stormhorn.
Mishva is also Stormhorn. She just broke off.
Oh, yeah, true. Well, I wasn't sure if it was different.
They're all blue.
Okay.
Uh,
Do Mishva's Stormhorn have like a special mark or anything, or they look literally exact? There's nothing.
They are the same race. They are perhaps attired differently.
Oh, I'm not sure if they do some weird tattoo thing or something.
Not that I have seen. Many of them only just defected to her side recently in this surprise coup.
Yeah.
But
It just occurred to me, when we were, I probably should have asked this eons ago, when we were watching them patrol below us while we were in the hidey hole, did they still seem like they were alive or sentient, or were they like machine-like kind of thing, autopilot?
It looked regimented, like they looked like they knew what they were doing. You know, it wasn't just like a horde of barbarians.
But it wasn't like they were robots.
I would have said you probably would have had to at the time, like, try to see if there was anything like off-putting about their mannerisms, but at like a glance, it just looked like, you know,
An
like
army
proper marching order.
All right. I'm not sure if they're all brain bugged as well. And just like en masse autopilot kind of thing.
Right, you want to go to the prison or you want to do something else?
Yeah, I think so. Do we want to try and do some silly disguise thing or something? I'm not really sure what.
I
How,
think
but-
we should be honest.
Well, I mean, we don't know which side the Dragonborn's on. Also, there's a person in there that presumably is on Mishva's side or Zaan's evil side.
Except for about that. But
I'm
we should
sure
not
if they would-
pretend to be prisoners, because then they would probably find out that we are not.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna listen to us if we're a part of the elves.
But what if we are like... The elves said that they did not kill us because we are very cool, powerful looking. And we are not... We don't even know them, really.
Okay, and then
I
we
just,
say,
like, met
we're going
them.
to
We're
go
not,
help
like,
the
friends.
elves. We're not friends, but we are going to help them after they pillaged your town a bit.
But so we can help you. Because if we do this, then the elves will leave.
True.
Yeah, that's true. You were like, hey,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel the deception angle will work better, but we're not good at it. So that's a big minus. As opposed to the, hey guys, you get us, you let us go on a suicide mission, and either they die or they leave. Win-win. Yeah?
Compelling argument.
Which is probably an easier sell than, oh yeah, no, I got captured. Yeah.
Look at this ball and
Guys,
chain.
how do I make things up?
Oh, I have heard about this. You have to say something that is not true.
Mm-hmm.
See, me being thrown in prison. Hi,
I'm a pathological liar.
Just want to get this out before we start. I am a pathological liar. Anything that you hear me say, very likely to be untrue.
Throw them off their game. It worked last time.
Did it?
Can you prove in a peer-reviewed study that it didn't work? And as they say in science, if you can't prove it wrong, it's right.
Famously, science. All right.
Yeah, again. Who's the charismatic one again?
Vothnak.
Jane.
Aside from Jane.
Vothnak.
Vothnak, I guess, has the best.
Okay.
I am inherently people like me. That is why I have a +4 to
Oh
persuasion.
yeah, you know what? You know what's a good a +1 we could do? Let's cook. Let's heat up some dino meat for the
Yes.
fellas in jail.
What are you doing to your camera there?
It was blurry.
I see.
Yes, I will pull out some dinosaur meat and heat it up.
Put it in the microwave.
Yes. I put it in the pot and I shake it so hard that it heats it up through friction.
It's hot now.
Yay! Let's go to the prison.
Dino steak for all the prisoners. Yippee!
Yay! Do we eat the food?
It's not for
The
you.
prisoners eat it.
Okay.
You're not a prisoner.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Take your turn.
So
Actually, maybe we should eat to show that we are like that with this.
Yeah. It could be a
We-
meal.
We break
show that it's
bread
not
with them.
poisoned.
Yeah.
Prove. He waves over to another one of the elves who starts to take you out.
Doing it.
On a date?
I still.
Oh, it has been a long time. Oh, I am so nervous. I have some sort of monstrous drone equivalent of butterflies in my stomach.
Giant bats.
Yes.
I was
I
gonna
have
say like
Giant vampire
not sure if
bats
it'd
in my stomach.
I like the idea of like terror wasps.
I have terror wasps in my
Oh,
stomach.
I have brain wasps in my tummy. And if I get really nervous, they will get to my brain.
It's a known it's a known threat that people will
Everybody
accidentally
in Drone.
swallow brain wasps and they'll travel up your circulatory system.
This is a fact. This is canon. Every single person in Drome has a cousin who got brain wasps.
It's just one of those things. It's just one of those
You never
common
meet
stories
them.
here. Hey yo,
You
yeah,
never meet them, but
yeah, I got a cousin died of brain wasps. Yeah, they got right up
Yeah.
in his brain. He got
yeah,
fucked
he got
up.
really nervous, and you know if you get really nervous, that activates them. They went right up there.
They
dead in
they
10
hunger for
seconds.
it. They hunger for anxiety. It's their favorite food.
Dead so quick.
Just
Tits.
like,
Incredible.
basically instantly.
Yeah, head popped. Wasps flew out.
Yeah.
Brain
Nasty.
wasps.
It
Out of
was
his
the brain
brain.
wasps that did it. That's how I
And
knew.
they- I could tell.
I could tell they
I
were
saw a
brain wasps
documentary.
because they had big megamind heads.
Bulging.
Wasps?
Yeah, the wasps.
It's not like it's because they come out of the brain. No. They got big brain.
It's
Well,
both. It can be two things.
They stuff your brain into their heads and they take your brain. There's a
Every
wasp
brain
out
that
there.
they
They
consume,
take
they
a
get
piece
more
of your
brain.
brain.
Yeah,
You can-
there are wasps out there that have my cousin's memories. Like there's a wasp out there that's thinking, man, remember that time at the bar when Votnak totally beefed it, trying to do that cool, trying to do the darts thing, and he accidentally threw his own arm off. I don't want people to remember that. No, wasps remember it. It's fucked up.
Just one wasp.
Many wasps. It's shared in a
Many.
gestalt consciousness of them
Oh.
remembering that time that Votnak beefed it.
Oh, I see. I see.
So fucked up. The greatest fear for all the embarrassing people of Drone.
Is that somebody who saw your embarrassing moment will be killed by brain wasps, which is likely. It is the third likeliest cause of death in Drome.
Yeah, everybody's got a cousin that died to it.
Right behind dying of thirst in the Badlands and being killed by, I don't know, an ogre. Having your
Right
head
there.
crushed by an ogre.
Their they've been starting since the country began. They've been started to run surveys, stuff to get stats in the country.
How'd
The
you
number one
die?
cause of death is getting fucking killed.
It's very
I like the idea
specific.
they say-
It's getting fucking killed.
I like the idea they put out a survey and they say like, yeah, according to our studies, it says here that 1 million people have had their heads crushed by ogres.
Over what time period? What do you mean? 1 million people got their heads crushed by ogres.
In Drone! This year!
This year, these are the monthly
Yeah.
statistics.
1 million people in Drome got their heads crushed by ogres in a month this year.
That's right. Now every other month it's like 56, so I don't know what the fuck was going on that month.
Something happened.
Something went.
Something bad.
Something terrible happened.
So
That
much
or
open
somebody
up
fell
for-
asleep on like the submit poll button. I don't know.
No, we saw the bodies. We know. This is real. This is very real.
Operating theory is somebody opened a portal to the ogre dimension, and
They
all the
did-
ogres came out.
They just spilled through and like rolled over 4 cities.
Luckily, they all
Somebody opened
died.
a portal to the
Um,
ogre dimension, and somebody opened a portal to fucking crushable heads dimension.
None of them were Dromish citizens. It was just a bunch of guys with squishy heads running into the ogres.
It gets really specific, actually, the multiverse. Somebody accidentally opened the portal to the heads being crushed by ogres dimension.
It was just a fucking stream of guys having their heads crushed by ogres falling out of the portal, and it's like, fuck. Well, I guess I got. This is technically a Drome. I guess I got to mark it.
All
million?
those surveyors. They say on that day 1 million surveyors' hands fell off. Having to write down. all
That's
of
our
it.
next survey.
4th likeliest cause of death: hand falling off due to writing too many times that an ogre crushed a guy's head.
Look it up.
Anyways,
Alright. Send us to jail.
send
Take
to
me to
jail.
jail.
The elf starts taking you along. And you can see this elf who's walking along with you. Sort of short, dark hair and leathers and like sort of like this yellow sort of shawl thing going on. He's got a like this brown dog that's rolling along next to him, glowing blue eyes, and you're like, I was like, I've seen this elf very briefly before. And you realize that this elf was at the Tain Gala.
Whoa.
What did he do with the Tairnadal?
You saw this elf at the Tain Gala getting into a duel. A sort of
With that lady?
with Tazra Didenaith, and getting
got owned.
bodied. Getting
Oh, yeah.
absolutely bodied.
Good times.
Right. I believe right before her actions were called upon to investigate the mystery of the disappearing drow. Yeah, you just recognize him from that. It doesn't seem like he recognizes you. You didn't really interact with him. It was just something that you saw happening. But yeah, you definitely remember him getting smoked by a brain bug.
We can use this. We'll make fun of him.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he
Yeah, I go up to him and say, "Hey man, good duel back there.
what
are
you talking about?
Did pretty good, but she was a lot better. I'm afraid."
To what are you referring? Do you have we met? I'm Carolyn Tyrell. You know me?
Your name's Carolyn?
No, Carolyn.
I will ignore this and act as though you said. This is me doing my my Nelson Simpson impression. Try and win him over.
How would that win me over?
Don't think about it. Anyway, we go in.
Yeah, why were you at the gala, anyways?
Oh, you are referring to where you were at the. He sort of looks. This is a very. You were at the Tain Gala. When I
Oh.
was there.
Yes, it was a good time.
Huh.
Cheese fountain. No, was it cheese?
I was there as punishment.
Freshman?
Yes. My boss was invited, but did not want to go and thought it would be funny to send me instead. I had been written up. I did not want to be there.
I see. That makes sense.
But you
I
saw...
insight him.
Oh, sure.
He's lying. He really wanted to go. Hey.
10? You have no idea if he wanted to go or not.
He did. I know it.
But you saw my ill-fated duel then with the Denaith woman.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Or if not me, one of my friends here.
Hmm.
And they told me about it. I forget if I was in the room.
This is a source of great shame for me, so thank you for bringing it up.
I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys.
Good night.
Oh yeah, you gotta... Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Good night.
Good night.
I was defeated very publicly and completely by a human. I brought shame upon my ancestors.
Well, if it makes you feel better, she's actually being possessed by some, like, psychic magic stuff.
So she was a cheater.
It's
Maybe, kind of. Might have still just been her natural skill. I'm not sure.
Shut up. Let me have this. It doesn't matter. I communed with the spirit of my ancestor Tyrell for guidance, but on how to reclaim glory, you know, defy this woman who had shamed me, and Tyrell laid out a path for me to resign my position at the embassy and join Sethian's warband. Said that this would lead me to glory that would spit in the eye of this Denaith woman. And that is why I am here.
Oh,
Oh, kind of, yeah. You know, this is somewhat related to the thing that made her good at fighting plan. So it would harm that, I think. So
Then
yeah,
perhaps I
okay,
will be able to restore my honor and not bring shame upon my entire line.
a lot of pressure.
Yes, well, that is the burden of being a revenant.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
We're at the jail.
We did it.
Oh, by the way, as you were walking through town, on your way to La Jail, as it's known in the local language, you saw a building that was like sort of half collapsed, which is a lot of buildings, so it didn't really register for a moment until you saw part of the signage which said Molco Wyrmwatch.
We should investigate that.
Is it what, Wilco?
Molco.
Oh.
That's not great to hear that they're here. Although good for us, because that means we're probably on the right track.
Good.
Should we go to that Molko place?
After, yeah, after we talk to the prisoners. Let's not interrupt our flow.
Okay.
You know.
You head on over to La Jail. And you can see, as he opens it up, most of the jail looks like it's been destroyed. It's a large stone building that has been mostly collapsed by some means. There is a single, like, cell block that remains accessible and not damaged enough that the cells remain secure. About 12 cells on either side, and it looks like all but 3 are occupied.
That's a lot. That's 9 cells occupied.
I said
Occupied.
12 on either side.
That's
Oh, so that's
9
10
spell.
cells.
You see, I only typed this out of my head. But then it's 8, and that's 9. And then you add them together, and it's 24. That's 21 cells occupied.
That seems to be the case.
Hmm.
The vast majority appear to be a handful of humans and like halflings and dwarves, townsfolk in various states of. I was gonna say disrepair, but they're people. They're pretty haggard. They're not doing so good. Many of them still seem like they're nursing injuries, and they look pretty despondent to be sealed in this cell. The only there's a variety of people. None of them immediately stand out to you. They just look like people. The only person who really looks notably different is a blue dragonborn.
There we go.
Who is in like the sort of underclothes you would wear under heavy plate. Looks like his armor has maybe been stripped from him. A very large, burly dragonborn who looks pretty fearsome. He looks like he could fuck somebody up. And he has this sort of glower on his face and is just sort of leaned back in the back of the cell. And arms just folded, sitting on the ground.
That's our guy. We got Grond, who is military-ish, and Vothnak, who's large. Peppy can serve as sort of a foil to help us, because he's small and sort of worm-like.
Notably. Oh, Carolyn backs the fuck off at this point and heads back
That's
outside because
Bye.
they have beef with the elves.
Yeah,
He
they
figures
don't
it's probably better for him to remove himself.
would kind of harsh the vibe. Okay, so huddle. Before you do this, our goal in this conversation is to appeal to the guys so we can find a way. So we can find out if they have any advice or inside knowledge on getting into the goddamn castle and doing what we need to do. They might even know something about Beers Brosnan. So.
How are we gonna get on their side?
They don't like the elves because the elves have imprisoned them,
Okay,
and
right.
we are implicitly allied with the elves. However, like we said before, we don't even really know them. We just kind of showed up, and like that guy, come on, really, like, kind of a dick. And if you help us with this, and we were able to get out there, one of two things will happen. One, we'll succeed, and the elves will leave because their job is done. Two, the elves will all die.
That's true. That would solve their problems either way.
Yeah.
Although, who would let them out if they died?
Well, I think that we'll talk about talk about that with the elves. I don't know when the whole thing is going. If they're all leaving, they have no idea what the actual thing would look like. But we're not gonna die, so we'll come back if you.
Yeah, we can't die.
Yeah.
We are
Alternative.
invisible.
Maybe the elves will just all leave at once, and then they'll let us let them go. You can say. All right, let's go. I'm gonna walk towards our good friend, the Dragonborn.
I walk with him. I'm the foil
It's
of
true.
this baked potato.
We have good cop Othnak, bad cop Grond, pathetic cop Peppy.
The classic trio.
Hello. Hi, my name is Vothnak, and these are my friends Peppy and Grand. Um,
Hi.
uh, so we noticed that you are all in prison, and the elves are being very rude. We came in here just a little bit ago, and the elves didn't attack us because we are very strong and have and could be cool. But we don't like the elves. We talked to them and they were kind of. But we have a way that maybe we can get the elves to go away. And if you can help us, it will make it easier. And then you will not be in prison. And that involves us sneaking into the castle that is called Barodia and rescuing some people. Can you help us?
Please.
Make a perception check.
Let's do the roll. Did I? They might have a well-fed die. I don't know if I used it. I might have used it on one of those saving throws. I don't remember. Shit. Let's see. Just. I'm not sure if I used one. What do you think, Nick?
I don't remember you using it. The only thing that I think you would have used it on is when you got, because you walked in and got blasted by all the shit in the trap, but I don't think you used it then.
I don't remember if I did. I think I might have, but
I mean,
whatever.
use your best judgment.
Well,
Because I don't remember.
let's just roll this persuasion, and I suppose I'll. Okay, it's a good roll on the well-fed die. I was about to say something that would have totally fucked it up, but then I suddenly got a flashback, not like an LSD flashback, but a good meal flashback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, oh, that was pretty good. Yum yum yum.
And that's a 6 on the d20 plus 4 plus 8, so 18.
Okay, pretty good. What do you need?
Well, we do not really know. We are looking. There is a big army that we need to get
I am
past.
aware of the army. They
Yes.
slaughtered many of my kin.
They are bad, but
The
we
traitor
cannot.
Mishva has spread her poison among my fellows.
And we need to sneak past them and get inside the castle secretly. And maybe you know a secret.
I know that there is another path, but it is not known to me.
Oh.
There were few
More.
who knew of it. It was known when Mishva built the place to begin with. Perhaps. Even still, if the elves leave, that is only half the problem. I want Mishva and her dogs gone.
I assume, is Mishva supposed to be with the army outside the castle?
Presumably. at the siege?
Probably.
I do not know how to do that, but
I
I
do.
would like for it. Oh,
You
How-
are not nearly enough. The remainder of my clan is not nearly enough. Even if these untrustworthy, scoundrel, bastard elves were to throw in their lot, that is not enough.
What would be enough?
Tamarkan,
What is that?
the dragon.
There's a
oh,
dragon.
it is asleep.
Yes.
So where's his alarm clock? Let's go.
Mishva and her allies somehow have whispered him to sleep. I don't know what curse befalls him, but perhaps the storm sapphire may awaken him.
Oh, is the storm sapphire in an easy place to find?
Of course not. I mean, maybe, I'm not sure. Here's the thing. Tamarkan is outcast from the spy masters of Arganessen. He always feared that the dragons of that land would return for him and bring him low. So he stored great quantities of his power in secret gems, which he could use to bolster himself with immense strength in dire times. Mishva knew of these gems, alas. Those she smashed, I have no doubt, when the clan hold fell. But one was entrusted to the Flame Keeper of Wyrmwatch, a follower of the Flame who formed an odd friendship with Tamarkan. The last storm sapphire is held in the staff of the elder Neverlom, who fled with many in the city before the Conqueror attacked. He is out there, in the jungle, with the survivors of this place.
Okay, we can find person in jungle.
I am not certain where he has gone. His was a plan held within himself for safety. There may be one here who knows. I believe his plan was entrusted to a few vital personnel of the town. The rendezvous point, in case of an emergency.
Oh,
I'm not certain of it myself. It was not shared with the clan hold. But wherever he has gone, he keeps the sapphire. And the elder has been a friend of the Stormhorn for a very long time. It is perhaps even possible that he has some knowledge of the construction of the Castle Garodja, which ensued during his service.
So, he's talking about the person that the staff guy might have told.
What?
He said that the guy who has the gem left the castle, right? Earlier, before the attack.
Left Wyrmwatch.
The Wyrmwatch for the attack. And he went to some place he doesn't know, but somebody in this town might know.
Might know like what the rendezvous point was supposed to be.
So we can sort of pass around or run around town, try and see if we can find the guy who had this gem, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
And the gem wakes up the dragon.
He thinks it might be able to. Might be able to give him enough juice to sort of resist whatever the fuck is going
I
on.
found like a really cool rock.
Now, it won't wake up the dragon. But you know what it will do? After a moment of disappointment, it'll wake up the dragon inside us.
Rah, I say as I get shot with many arrows
then-
in my
I
chest.
say
we-
Slifer.
And then we what's it called? Oh, I need to look up the room.
How big is this castle? Do we have a size estimate?
They have thousands of troops. Pretty fucking big.
The Castle Garodya is the largest castle this side of the continent.
Oh, that is big.
It was built
I mean,
specifically as a fortress of doom and death by Mishva. She is a hateful, psychopathic creature, and yearns
said
for
somebody's-
blood and death.
Do you
Somebody's
know?
still in town?
Yeah,
What?
what kind of person should we look for to find out who knows where the rendezvous point is?
It is possible that someone who was highly regarded within the town may have been entrusted with this information. The clan hold here in town we kept to ourselves largely, so I cannot speak on this matter. But it is possible that one of those imprisoned here.
I read that.
Okay.
Should we somebody in here? And Olsko?
Oh, did you see somebody who looks like... Do you know who Pierce Brosnan is?
The man who played James Grant some 20-30 years ago.
Yes.
I remember well. We do not get much of your culture here in the clan hall, but we are great fans of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Just that one, though. I don't even think that's a Pierce Brosnan one.
Oh, well, wow.
It might be.
We are looking for our friend who looks like Pierce Brosnan, but if he, how he looks now, which is 20 or 30 years older than in the book.
Ah, yes. You know, when I was sitting here brooding and hating the elves, I thought I saw someone maraud within with a sort of silver fox disposition about them. A man who looked as though some time ago he may have been able to star in the James Grant theatrical plays.
Oh. No, I like the idea that there is a person who plays him in the book.
He looks very different.
Okay. So, I guess we'll ask everyone here.
He was, I saw who he spoke to. He spoke to that gentleman over there with the wispy mustache.
Oh, I look at him.
There is a narrow, knobby-kneed, older gentleman with this sort of wispy blonde mustache, and sort of. He's not balding so bad that it's like nightmarish yet, but he's got that deep sort of widow's
Like
peak thing
I'm
going
talking
on.
back to here type.
Not quite that
hairline.
far, but he's starting to get
Back
like
to
the
here.
pointy deep widow's peak.
Back to here, just fucking.
Yeah, maybe
was
there,
up.
maybe there.
He's
so
got
You
those
can
sort of-
tell that it's just like two wedges.
He was
two
talking
pizza
to that
slices.
man over there.
I like the idea of saying to somebody like he looks like he could play Pierce Brosnan in the audiobook. Which I guess is just a different version of you look like you could be on radio.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, what if Zan's actually really fucking ugly?
We don't know.
You've been following the wrong fucking guy the whole time.
Yeah, maybe we're just following a
Mr.
really hot
Long.
dude.
You're just
It's Mr.
following a
Long.
really hot dude who's up to some business. Zan went back to Sharn.
It's like I left Boudon right here. Where'd he go?
That's coincidentally, that's exactly what Tar is saying right now, as he frantically searches around the ship.
check out Netflix. Upcoming, I think next month they're gonna release the companion film for EBERRON, Budan in the Big City. And we speak. Well, first, actually, he said that the people, the person he might have told was in this, probably in one of these cells.
It's
Talking
possible.
about the person who knows about the secret, and that it was a member of the guard.
He said that it was possible that somebody was highly regarded.
Oh, well, look at that. Well, okay then. Then first we'll go to Wispyman because that's a lead we know, and we're gonna say, of course, before we leave to our guy, I'll say,
Oh, thank you. Also, what is your name?
My name is Gozanis Zaxia Stormhorn.
That's a name.
That is cool.
Thank you.
Can you spell that?
I suppose I can.
No, hold on, I got it actually. It's
No, I don't think you do. I don't believe that you do. You absolutely will not be able to. Nope, that was wrong.
I got it right.
I don't even know how you spell that guy's name, so. What?
It's
spelled
that.
Galifianakis? It's Theanakis?
It's Greek, man. It's Greek to me.
I wrote it there.
Gozanis Zaxia Stormhorn. Mm.
No, I got it. It's Zach Galifianakis Stormhorn.
Interesting.
Galifianakis Zach Stormhorn, sorry.
We all have a surname and also Stormhorn.
Yes.
As with
Plain
Mishva Garodya
name.
Stormhorn. That
'cause that's
bitch.
It's a surname of...
Is a surname a family name?
Yes, it is.
Oh, so you have a family name and then a bigger family name.
Clan
Cool.
name.
Yes. Clan is the big family.
Yes, it
Right.
is.
Yes.
Or it was before Mishva spread her lies and converted so many of my fellows on this blood crusade by means I do not understand.
It was the worst Thanksgiving ever.
It was real rough.
Did they ever talk about Bad Dream?
Oh yeah, them dreams.
I do not
Right.
know exactly what preceded this attack. There had been some disquiet among members of the clan for some time. The only thing that I know for certain is that Tamarkan became quite agitated about something, had flown to the castle to... I'm not sure what. Shortly thereafter, he was put under a spell by Mishva, and the coup began almost immediately following this.
Mhm.
I believe that Tamarkan knew something of Mishva's designs. And it all went south when he was brought low. Mishva is merely a butcher. I am not certain how she could have done this to a great dragon of the ancient world.
I think it is probably cheating.
Yes, that is certain.
Psychic magic.
Cheating, of course, is code for brain bug.
As we all know.
Alright, let's talk to Wispy Mustacheman. Let's do just a quick prediction. This guy's name is gonna be...
Mole.
That'd be pretty funny, wouldn't it? No, I
Good
can't call
evening.
him...
My name is Mole.
Yeah,
My
okay.
second guess is
You wouldn't go too obvious, you know.
No,
Oh,
no,
you-
absolutely
you
not.
typed it out.
Yeah. Mispus Pistachio.
Hold on, I'm gonna go with hmm. There we go.
That's good.
That's not bad. That's
They
pretty good.
call him that because in high school he was a star of the football team, but he tore his
Tore his
hamstring.
hamstring.
He made that his last name. It was so scarring.
He figured he
man.
might as well own it.
Yeah, I'm Clement Stringtorn. They call me that because I kind of in high school I tore my ACL and it ruined my scholarship opportunity. I was gonna be the lead quarterback.
In my culture, you got these names that they're appelled to you, depending on what you've done, and like technically you're allowed to choose. But I was forced, really, by societal norms to go ahead and just call myself fucking String Torn, because otherwise they'd call me a pussy.
That's how fucking oh god, what are they called? Stupid fucking flight names. What do they call them? What do you call the code names? Shit.
In the military.
For pilots. What do you
Yeah.
call them?
Code, call sign.
Yes. It's normally some stupid shit they did once.
Yeah, like, if you,
Like you
took
shit your
off
pants.
with your canopy open, you'd probably be named convertible. Or Ferrari, something like that.
Yeah. I knew somebody that was called Heinz.
All right. So you walk over to this guy,
Yeah.
and he sort of looks up at you like this.
I look
I
down
look
at
back
him.
at them like that.
This.
Hello.
I'm standing
Hello?
behind Botnak like,
Hi.
Hi, I am Vothnak, and this is Grand.
And I wish I could reach my arm out of the fucking camera box somehow and point it.
just to reach into the other one.
Yeah.
This is grunt.
This is Grand, and this is Peppy. We are new, and we are trying to make the elves go away.
Well, I think that sounds pretty good to everybody. Hi, I'm Brill Bruckner.
You blew me out
Wow,
of
that's
fucking
worse
water.
than any of us could have thought.
Hold on. Brill Bruckner.
That's right. That's exactly right.
All caps, too. They.
I had to look at this man. Is his face sliding off as we speak?
Is his face sliding off? It is not.
Alright, I'm keeping an eye on him.
Appears firmly attached.
Yeah, that's what all people say.
Well,
So, this is connected.
Let me Vothnak it up, folks.
Yeah.
Banana.
oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
That is my new character activation phrase. Did you see a person that looked like he could have played James Grant 20 or 30 years ago?
Well, now that you mention it, I think I did see a man come in here, but I was busy cowering at the time, so I didn't see where he went or what he did. In fact, I hope you won't take this the wrong way, but you have something of an intimidating appearance. I'm thinking about having a bit of a cower right now.
Oh, do not worry. I
Starts
am
cowering.
not here. He is cowering.
I am inside.
Just probably because of Gron.
While you inside him, I'm gonna subtly shift to allow Peppy's pathetic, welcoming, non-threatening demeanor to perhaps shift the situation, even though he's pretending to be scared.
Does this man truly
Peppy's
believe
just
that he
fucking.
didn't speak to...
What's that fucking guy?
Nothing.
That fucking guy who does the
I
fucking
appreciate-
face. Jesus Christ. Never mind.
That's a smolder right there. That's a blue steel.
Thank you.
It's a Zoolander type deal. How does the inside?
Nah.
I'm blue stealing him. How does that help?
He's cowering even harder.
I blue steel harder. My eyebrow just keeps going up. It hurts. It hurts. Stop! Stop!
So sorry, what'd you get on that insight?
9.
Yeah, you're not getting through the impenetrable, rock solid demeanor of Brill Bruckner, I'm afraid.
Alright, folks, it's time to shift modes.
Alright, well,
Ooh, I'm very afraid.
I'm putting on a bit of a southern accent now. So,
What
well,
the hell?
you be saying that, but heard on account of this feller over here that, you were seen talking to this Pierce Brosnan.
Who said that? That Dragonborn over there?
I'm afraid so.
Well, you can't trust Dragonborn. They just tried to kill everybody.
That is
Why is he in
silly.
jail then?
Probably for his heinous crimes of trying to kill everybody.
Well, he
I'm
doesn't
starting
seem to
to
be
get-
doing it right now.
What?
He's not doing anything right now.
Yeah, 'cause he's behind
pretty-
bars. It's safe.
He's pretty copacetic with everything.
I think if you release that Dragonborn from his captivity, he would come over here and he would swing an axe at your head and split you in twain.
But he is a member
no,
of a
equal.
different group than the ones who attacked everybody.
Well, that's what he says. Maybe he's just trying to get in your good graces. These are the sorts of things that you have to think about as Brill Bruckner.
What does it
I
cracking.
think back. I
He's
think
cracking.
back.
Get him.
Brill? What does it mean to be Brill?
Well, that's the name my mama gave me.
Are you from around these parts?
Yes, sir. I work in town.
What do you do here?
Why, I work at Molko.
What? Okay. What'd you do for Molko?
I kept the books.
Do you have the what did
Do I-
Molko
I'm
do
in
out
jail.
here?
What?
What did Molko do out here?
Oh, mining. That's business, you know. Doing some mining up in these hills behind Wyrmwatch.
Oh, there's a mine.
What?
There's a mine out here.
Oh, I was pulling iron and some other things out of there. There was a silver mine up there.
Oh, I see.
Quartz.
You have
Feldspar.
you say it like that.
Tin.
You have do you have
Copper.
maps or books? You have
What did I
books
miss?
or maps somewhere in a building that we could corroborate this story?
Why are you so concerned about the mining that Molko Enterprises was doing in this here town?
I'm just trying to make sure that you actually are employed. That you
So
are
he's an
who you
employee
say
of
you
Molko?
are.
Yeah, he works for Molko.
So he claims.
He claims.
He kept the books.
I don't see what but I mean,
Look, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this mystery. Get these elves out of town.
I'm
Get
all
things
for
back out
that.
of the way.
Although the elves did kill the Dragonborn who were killing us, so I mean, you know,
We could go, yeah, but they're elves if he's racist.
to take the
Can we-
racism gamble.
Yeah, can we roll to see how racist he is? Can I see like racial hatred in his eyes for elves?
I mean, he's talking about the
Roll an
Stormlight,
insight
they're
check to
all-
see if
they're
he's
all
looking at your
explaining.
ears.
All right, let me see.
That's true. Yeah.
Insight.
See if he
is
glanced at
-2,
him.
but I'll roll with not quantum.
Actually, yeah, better. Can we tell that he looks at Peppy with some disdain?
Yeah, that's what we. If he's like looking at him, not with disdain, with pity.
Ooh,
He
that is a
didn't-
3 - 2.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the fuck this guy's doing. I have no clue what he feels about other races.
you.
This man is a blank slate, according to Peppy. He's got nothing.
Nothing going on here.
He may as well be an animatronic, according to Peppy. But guys, I'm not sure this man has a soul.
He's the showbiz pizza bear.
This man holds no
no
prejudice for
prejudice.
anything at all. He hates nothing.
He's one of the guys on the
It's like
president's
one of those
ride.
TikTok people.
I think
The people like the guy with the light up hat and shit.
Oh, I don't know.
Where they over exaggerate all their movements.
I don't know.
Oh, yep, I know what you're talking about. The dude who acts like a robot. He's like, "Wah," like
Well, that
that.
sounds
yeah.
It's
annoying.
very.
it's
Oh, I
not
see.
really annoying. It's more scary. Be more annoying in person, I think.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Scary in
There
an
we go,
annoying
TikTok
way.
robot guy.
It's a street performer kind of vibe. That
Huddle for just a second.
Fellas, we need to
Okay.
plan a plan of attack against Brill Bruckner.
I think that we should
I-
try and scare him.
I think
Ah!
what I think.
Boo!
I don't have to sound like that. I think if we could get the books and such, we could figure out what the mine is, and maybe that's the one for the silver, the
Ouch.
keeper straps,
Yes. We
the
can
the,
look
the
at
XJ9 mineral.
We can do that and then we can come back maybe.
Which presumably is below the castle, but if it's actually like outside the castle, maybe it connects to the castle and we can get through there, you know? Also, I'm sorry, I fucking space. Where was he? Oh no, he said the gem was with somebody highly regarded. In the elf?
No. He said the
Or
elf.
with-
The gem is with the Flame Keeper, the elder who led everybody away.
Yeah. Somebody highly regarded in town
May know the plan.
No.
May know the rendezvous point of where they went.
Oh, is that no? Mr. Loam was with no, he was with.
Loam was from another town. He was a
Yeah, he was from
different
Pitfall.
faith as well.
Oh yeah, he was sovereign. Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind.
This was a religiously segregated community. One town for Silver Flame and one town for the host.
I see. Why didn't Silver Flame take Pitchwall? It's got pitch in the name. That's silly. Oh. Yeah, I think we try to stay neutral / positive as long as we can, and then we put the screws on him if he doesn't get us what we want.
Okay.
Also, I didn't check. Did anybody see if the Stormhorn was lying? I didn't
No,
think that. Okay,
I trust him.
hopefully.
For real.
Okay.
Now we should go and ask other people if they know about the secret. But
We could also ask him where Molko's thing. It's probably burned. It's probably fucking burned.
Did we walk by the building?
You did. It was mostly. It was like half
Oh, I thought it was
collapsed.
burned.
You can
Well,
see. You can
books
see the
and
sign.
everything.
Yeah. It wasn't
take a
like
look
fully
inside.
fucked, but
Might be some books and maps.
Yeah. Right. Well, I guess
okay, bye-bye, Mr. Bruckner.
okay. Bye.
I was Tom
Thank you
Scout.
for your time, sir.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go. Does anyone here look like they're more well regarded, as in somewhat more well off than anybody else?
Make a perception.
I use my
It looks like they
perception.
got. It looks like they either have soft hands or soft but dirty hands because they like helping the poor people, but they're rich.
Is there anyone with philanthropist hands?
Yeah.
I have an 18 on that
An
perception check.
18. Most of these people look pretty fucked up, pretty ragged, pretty beat down. The only person that looks like they may have come from means is wearing like what looks to be sort of fancier getup than everybody else, a human, a little jowly, a little older. He's got like a head wound that has not been patched up, and you can see he's like sort of like rubbing his hands where you can see there's discoloration on his fingers, like he had a lot of rings that aren't belonging to him anymore.
Well, I kind of doubt it, but let's go ahead with this guy anyway.
Not, he looks like an easy kill.
Yeah, we could murder him.
What ho there? Howdy.
Hello,
Fireball.
hello, I am Barnak, this is Peppy, and this is Gronk.
Oh,
We are
Well,
wondering.
Howdy.
are
We are
you
trying-
in cohorts with these thieving, murderous, vile elves?
No, we walked up to the front gate, and they saw that we are very strong, and they let us in.
I
And
see
now-
they didn't rob you of everything you're worth. Is that
Yes.
because I'm just a fucking asshole, or you're so special?
It's probably because it would be harder to kill us.
Good
Oh,
luck taking these
well-
guns. Whatcha?
Well, bully for you then.
But we are trying to get rid of them. So, if we can save the people in the castle, the Dragonborn castle, then the elves will leave, because that is why they are here.
They.
And
Oh, all right.
so, you... No, we are friends with... One sec. We are friends with Gozanis.
I don't know who that is.
Do you know about the gem?
What?
Okay.
I don't think he knows. I guess I'll.
Did Gozanis know where the gem went?
If you knew Gozanis, then you know he might be more likely. I don't know if he reacted to the name. I don't know. But
You know the secret way for the gem.
What are you saying about a gem?
Oh,
Gron, use your high insight.
Yeah, use your special eyes. Came out of nowhere. Just...
Looming out of the dark.
Gron just like Tom Cruise sprints from the back of a room and just like.
Ron slams his face hard into the bars.
I look at this man with my special eyes. 8.
8.
He
This
Tom
man-
Cruise run to get an 8.
This man's mind is a steel trap. You'll never get in there.
Pretty sure I see an opening right on the side of it. You can dive right in there.
Hello? Hello
So you said he had an untended wound.
there. Yes, he has
Head
an
injury?
untended head wound.
All right, let's wrap that. Let's put some spice on that. Let's put some ice on that.
What?
Here, we'll put some icy spice on that. That's a song, right? I think that's a song.
I don't. What is happening? What are you saying?
Or is that a rapper? I don't know.
What?
I take out the anal beads and I put the heel on them.
What kind?
The cure wounding.
You reach through the bars and sort of paw at him.
Yeah, he's like, hey, come over
You're
here.
reaching
Hey,
out there,
hey,
and he's
hey.
like, ah, ah! He's leaning up against the wall. He's like, "Ah, get away!
It heals you, dummy.
He look.
Heals you with the power of
Make a persuasion check with
not actually sure what god.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're like the scariest looking guy I've ever seen.
Wow. Rude.
You're a giant
What's
orc
my
with
perception?
blood red eyes
What's-
and half a face.
Plus 0. Let's see what we get. 8 and 3.
8 and 3. He says, "Ah!" and like presses himself up in the corner.
I'm like, all right, hold on 1 second. God, could you let me in this man's cell?
You're speaking to nobody. Carolyn left the room.
God damn it, Carolyn.
Nope.
Let's see.
Kron just
I'm not gonna
turns to the
break
empty
this
air.
cell.
Guard, open the door.
I opened the door.
You probably could. You could probably fucking pry this bitch off.
I'm like, we can break the door, but that's like, like me prying the bars. I'm coming to heal you.
Stay there. Your suffering will be over soon.
I am. Wait.
Grond is trying to fucking get through the bars like that fucking the face with the hand like.
Did he? Hold on. How did that persuasion check go?
He got like a 3.
Poorly.
That's very good.
Ah!
Like, all right, no healing then, G.
You are going
Not
to,
actually sure what god this is for anymore. I don't remember.
Yeah, I have this magic, like, necklace. I think God lives in it. I can use it to heal people.
Not
I
sure
think I'm
which
a god,
but
technically.
I think the beads probably have like a god symbol on it somewhere.
I don't remember.
Yeah, basically.
You
I just-
know, Father. Wait, what was the father? Did they give the Flamekeeper's name?
They called him Elder Nevalom.
Elder Neverlong. Do you know Elder Neverlong?
Of course I know Elder Nevalom. He's the most respected man in the community.
Oh, I see. What was your relation to this man?
Well, I attended services. I was faithful of the Silver Flame, and I suppose I remain a faithful of the Silver Flame, although it is not serving me super well right now. I knew him in passing. We interacted occasionally, as I was part of the town's treasury commission.
I see.
He was a fine fellow. Made a mean pulled pork.
He can pull pork like nobody else.
Made an extremely bad smoked pork.
Can't smoke him. Can't smoke him like they used to. I already forgot his name. Father Neverlong? Neverlong?
Elder
They call,
Nevalom.
they call him
I will
Elder
fucking
Neverlong.
write it.
They call him Elder Neverlong because he has erectile dysfunction.
No, that's not right.
Pretty sure it is. Or Neverlong. Also, other question. Who is that man over there? I point to Wispy Mustache. A legend built Brill.
Oh, that's Brill Bruckner. I know him. We met at a Christmas party, or whatever the Eberron Christmas is. Winter's Day.
Hearth's Warming Eve.
Yeah.
Snowman's Dream.
Frosty Blosty. Because he's the snowman.
That's much too close to a trademark of Blinky's Enterprises.
It came about after the Blosty. They had
We all gather around and we drink Blosties all day.
Yeah, it's very decadent to drink a Blosty in the middle of winter. It's a show of wealth. You can afford all that heat.
Yeah. Yes, that's Brill Bruckner.
How long has he lived here?
Oh, I don't know if I could give you an exact estimate, but a few years.
Oh,
I see.
is he always what is the word? Slimy?
I wouldn't say he's my favorite person in the world, but I don't know I would go that far.
Okay.
Did you see anybody speak to him?
Oh, yes, that gentleman who looked like he could have played James Grond about 20 or 30 years ago went over and spoke with him for a bit. Walked
I
right
see.
over to him.
You know what they talked about?
Haven't the foggiest. They were speaking rather low and conspiratorially. They both were making this face.
I see. Interesting. Where do you know where the Elder Nevalom went?
I remember that it was a confluence of rivers, but I cannot say precisely which.
I insight him. I'm looking into his eyes once more, maybe this time successfully. 16.
He's genuinely trying to recall.
Okay.
There was an area where there was a confluence of rivers, and they flowed together, and there was a network of caves. And there was supposed to be a safe house there that he had established previously that would be very hard to detect from the outside. I can't say precisely where it was, but if you find a particularly prominent confluence of rivers, then perhaps there you may find the network of caves, perhaps. I wish I could remember exactly where it was, but I was counting on Elder Nevalom to take care of that business.
Peppy is using his brain.
Well,
He remembers on the map he saw a bunch of rivers right here. Bunch of rivers
that's
connecting right here.
that's fucking Elfland. It's far Elfland.
Far Elfland? Okay, not there, okay.
Yeah.
I can't really tell if they're because the only rivers in Kabar are pretty far east, so well, big.
Yeah,
Assume
it
there's
must not
rivers
be a
here,
big-ass
you can't see
Mississippi
'em.
type motherfucker.
Yeah. I say, what if I helped heal your fucking head wound so you could remember better?
Well, I don't know that this is just a flesh wound, really. It's not
okay.
impeding my thought process too much, I don't think. I just we didn't really think it would be necessary, to be perfectly honest. I just counted on Elder Nevalom to keep the details. We didn't think anything like this would happen, that the Dragonborn would rise up and completely fuck everything up.
Mm-hmm. Was there a... Did he say, like, there was, like, a breadcrumb trail, or, like, anybody else in the loop? Was everybody kind of in the loop?
It was supposed to be kept under guard by those who were respected in the community, because it was very likely that, we thought, when the plan was established, it was because there were a number of raiders amongst us who caused quite a bit of trouble in town some years back. We were worried that if it was spread to disseminate too freely, that somebody looking to hurt us could be able to find the rendezvous point with more ease. So it was kept on to a specific number of people.
So, who else in town might know then?
Oh, probably Brill Bruckner.
I see. Brill was a regarded individual. Was he in charge of Molko operations here?
Oh no, he worked under Mr. Mole.
Ah, I see. So like a second in command thing when
Yes, yes.
Mr. Mole wasn't here or something.
I know that he was very close with Mr. Mole, so it's I believe it. I believe it likely that Mr. Mole was apprised of the location, but it is quite likely that Mr. Bruckner may know it as well.
I wrote down in funny big letters, kill Brill.
Kill
Brill.
Brill.
Grill, I think you'll find is the correct answer.
Yeah, Krill Brill.
No, I've never much liked Brill Bruckner. He's not my favorite fellow. I've given him a number of duties in the past, and he's dropped the ball more than once, I'll tell you that. But, I don't know.
As you're part of the Treasury Commission, you
Yes.
said.
The
you
treasury,
heard
which
of
has been
any-
plundered by elves.
Yeah, we can't do much about that. We can hold our own so they don't rob us, but we can't like unrob.
Oh, wonderful.
Maybe we'll see.
We'll try to talk to them. We'll see what happens.
We could try to talk to them, but I'm not sure if we could maybe plunder the castle. That will.
What
I
were you
don't know.
going to say?
For the Treasury Commission. Are there records on what Molko was mining, or did you have a copper, tin, feldspar? Was there any mention of XJ9, but not 14? X14?
KD14?
KD. That's it. Okay.
KD. I don't believe I'm
I'd look
familiar
at him.
with whatever that is. I've never heard that before in my life.
I incite him. I probably believe him, but I'm gonna do it anyways. 19.
He doesn't know.
Okay. I figured they wouldn't tell the town they're mining that. So.
Yeah. They kept that shit under wraps in Crag War too.
Did they list it as something else? Or
I
did
think-
they just exclude it from the books?
I think it was like I can't quite remember, but I think it was pretty much just like buried in a bunch of other bullshit. Like it wasn't really explicitly stated.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think that's all we need from this man. Did we write down this man's name? I forgot it already, I think. My tablet.
Did you
was
ask
my
it?
Computer.
I don't think you asked. I don't believe you asked my
No,
name.
I don't think we did.
How extremely
No,
rude.
I don't.
Actually, it's
I'm
normal.
Grand.
Hello, Grom.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
You are.
That's right.
Oh, he's R.
No.
You are.
That's right.
name is No,
Umberto
that's
Ricardo. You are.
Umberto Ricardo. Okay, that
That's
makes
right.
more sense. I offer my hand through the bar for a handshake. I have the prayer beads behind my back.
He shakes your hand.
I can't.
You see the wound seal. He goes, "No, the source of my power!"
I say, ha ha!
He falls to his back in the middle of the jail cell. Just starts writhing.
He's a shadow beast. I knew it. God.
Vanquished.
Well, if he's dead, we can.
So you've killed Treasury Commission man Umberto Ricardo.
He was a shadow beast. What do you want from me? I don't care.
I did what I had to do. I'd do it again, too.
Mm-hmm. I would. Next time I'm sending the sunbeam javelin through him.
Just don't even speak. Just immediately hurl it.
Alright. What do we try? Do we try to go to the Molko ruins and see if we dig up books? And
I
then come
agree.
back to Brill and kill him?
Kill
Yeah.
Brill.
Or interrogate him further?
We look for stuff in there. Then we come back and we say, Brill. Brill?
Or... Yeah, because he
Brill.
also... Yeah, Brill also allegedly might know where the hideout is. And if he knows where the hideout is, that's not good.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if the hideout is the KD-14 mine. That'd be funny. Hey man, I know a safe place to go. It's a place where we need people to mine for us. Where you'll never come back.
Haha, whoops.
Okay, yeah, let's go on over to that wreckage of a Molko house.
All right. You exit the jail. You can see Carolyn is still outside, but he can see that you are in the midst of an investigation, so he holds back for now and merely observes.
That's what he says when he wants to pretend he was gonna do something cool, but he wasn't.
Listen, he's feeling really embarrassed about losing that fight still. He doesn't have the confidence to get into another fight.
It felt like it was yesterday for him, but like it's a new day.
It's literally, it was like
And
a
then-
month and a half ago. It was basically like an hour ago to him. Like, this is really fresh.
And then somebody comes up, you're like, I have a new job, new start, and they're like, you're the guy that got his ass kicked.
I know you. You're that guy who fucking got owned, dummy,
Oh, man, this-
stupid dummy. I saw that and I remember it.
It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's like it's never gonna leave you.
This is
your-
just
It's like
who
the
you
thing,
are
like, somebody
now.
says, like,
This is your
it's like
hamstring,
the
Noma.
thing people say, like, people don't observe and think about people that they see in the world. They're too busy thinking about themselves. And hey, aren't you the guy that got his ass kicked? I'm like, okay, well, I guess they do remember.
Hello. They call me Carolyn the Owned. Nice to meet you.
Carolyn.
Yes, that's what my name used to be.
No. Anyways, it's only a few blocks back to where you saw Molko. And you see that the roof has sort of collapsed, and so has like the back right sort of quadrant of it has fallen in. The front edifice still stands, although the sign is sloping off to the side partially, still legible. It's open to the sky and the elements, most of what remains within, and the walls that are still standing are like partially crumbled. So it's pretty fucked up, but there's elements of it that remain standing. And it's just it's very, very similar to the one that you saw in Crag War. It's sort of like a small, squat, looks like maybe 1 or 2 rooms.
All the easier to loot. Also, there's a secret trapdoor somewhere.
Probably.
Dirk.
Yeah?
That's him.
Do you want me to do some drugs?
No, Dirk. You know, you don't get
No.
any of your drugs until you do your work. So you're gonna have to
That's
investigate
never been
this
the. I
room.
could just take the drugs right now. You couldn't stop me.
We could stop you.
I am standing right behind Dirk, watching him and making sure he's going to investigate.
And we're
And if he
assisting
gets
you.
up the crack pipe, I smack it out of his hand.
Peppy's assisting, even.
Joke's on you. I'm high already. And then he rolls.
I smack him around a bit. I lesser restoration him.
No. What's his bonus? Does anybody know his bonus?
I'm about to.
Because I just rolled for him.
I don't actually remember. Does Peppy or Dirk have the highest investigation bonus?
I actually don't remember.
Dirk
I
Dirk is
think I think it
expertise.
was Dirk. Yeah.
It's loading the
Peppy
PDF
Peppy
right
had
now.
Peppy had the library advantage. That was his big
Ah.
money maker.
Yeah, but we can get the assistance.
Plus 11.
Plus 11
Mhm.
it makes a flat 20.
Wow.
Wasn't a great roll.
But Peppy was helping.
I'll roll. Is that true, Peppy?
I'm sorry,
I
what did
mean,
you say?
I'm helping if not.
Were you assisting the investigation?
Absolutely. Sorry, I am dead right now.
I can tell.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Like, I have blown my nose 58 times.
I saw. I saw.
I
it happen.
apologize for this session. It is
No, it's
not
alright, bro.
night.
It happens. It's 21. So a little higher.
So anyway,
Plus 10.
But anyway. Yeah, I rolled a 9 the first time and I rolled a 10 on the advantage.
And that adds to 21. Baby.
21. He starts digging around the dirt and rubble and garbage and trash and poop. All the poop that's been left here.
Just let this poop sitting out?
And it takes him a while
What a waste.
to find anything of note, although does pull out at one point a torn portrait frame that looks to be holding a like sort of a austere like sort of a authoritative portrait of Mole going like this.
But what does he look
I
like?
stabbed it.
He looks exactly the same as the other dwarven moles that you've seen. Another one of that family that he took over.
I guess we'll have to kill him.
Stab the painting in case it's alive.
You stab the painting and you hear it go like a Street Fighter character getting knocked out.
My fight money.
Mm.
But eventually, he finds the remnants of some sort of filing cabinet. Fucking spend some time trying to wrench open like the bent and dented door. Dig through a bunch of fucking shit that nobody cares about. But eventually,
Love that stuff.
pulls out a bunch of financial transactions. It seems that there was a long-going and high in gold value series of financial transactions between Molco to somebody listed as... Now, this is not Metal Gear Solid, but it does say MGS.
Ah. So,
Yeah,
financial,
Marigoy Bliskin.
financial transactions from Molco to MGS.
That's right.
Okay. Is there any context besides just them giving them money? How much money?
It seems like in the thousands of gold every transaction.
Fucking headphones came out of a fucking thing.
I know, because I heard myself.
Horrific.
You can also see there was transfer of some what seemed to be building supplies and construction materials over in that direction as well. Just sort of numbers on a page, but they tell a bit of a story.
So it just says money given to MGS.
That's right.
No clue it's a person or a company or what.
Just says MGS, just letters.
Well,
There is one footnote at the bottom of these that just says successful establishment of Hope facility with MGS.
Hope facility with MGS. Okay. So that's the mine, and MGS is someone they're partnering with. MGS. Does anyone...
Peppy,
Yes.
your brain is huge. What does...
Encephalitis, I know.
What? It is
I have that
also
elephant
wet.
man disease.
Do you know what MGS is? Is it a company?
I'm sorry, did they say Pitchfall or Wyrmwatch?
Neither.
Huh?
What are
I'm
you
doing
talking about?
history.
Operation
Wait,
Shadow?
is that history? Hold on.
What are you
Wait,
talking about?
hold on. Can I roll for
Said
history to
successful-
see if I have an HES or whatever that is?
Successful establishment of Hope facility with MGS. What are you doing?
I was seeing, could I try and remember and see if I've heard anything, like, have my dad spoken of them? Like, are they like a industrial company? Are they a shell company?
Make a history.
I did. It's
check.
15.
15. You remember something called MGS from very recently indeed, actually. It could be Mishva Garaja Stormhorn.
Ah.
Yeah, that'd probably be it.
Yeah. That's probably it. I state this. Yeah, it's probably that. The Stormhorn. Stormhold. Stormy. Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about.
Guns of the Patriots.
Oh, I think this is Medal of the Patriots right now.
Eggs of the Patriots.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll kill Brill. We'll kill Brill.
Is there any mention of its location of this facility?
I would say with
Or-
his investigation and you guys looking over it and figuring that that MGS probably stands for Mishva, you get the sense from the transactions and from like the verbiage used around it that this site that they were establishing with her assistance is probably wherever she was. So probably
Below the castle.
probably the castle.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was partially. I was thinking potentially it could have been below the Stormhorn clan home for all I know. But she just wanted to steal the dragon, I guess, for some reason.
Unclear at the moment. Not clear what set off all this nonsense.
Oh, wait, do we have the dragon's name?
Tamarkan.
Oh yeah. Fuck. How do you spell that?
Like that.
Oh, there's an H. Of course,
Okay.
there's an H.
I'm going to I assume we're done here, so just to head down to the prison.
Is there any mention of Father Elder Galifianakis?
Nevalam is not mentioned in any of the documents that you find.
Okay. Any funny mole journals? Oh no, that was in a hidden pocket piece of paper.
That was something secreted away by the last dwindling amounts of shreds of the guy's consciousness, the dwarf that he took over.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe there's a shred of Brill here, or maybe he's just working for him. Couldn't tell you.
He's just a working man. He's just a punch clock villain.
Do we have a way to determine 100%? Do we have like the thing, like blood sample tester or
Absolutely
something?
no idea.
We should get one. Guys, how do you think we can draw blood and test their blood to see if they're brain bugged?
We could use a sword.
Sword, you say? How does the sword do it?
You go like this.
Like cut their head off?
Or not unless you really wanted to.
We'll think about it later. We'll think about it. We gotta get a mole testing device. Or really just a brain bug testing device, I guess. I mean, there is brain war to a degree, I guess. Could try that if T-posing Jane is willing.
I'm Jane. That's what she says.
Yeah, I guess.
Her famous catchphrase. I'm Jane.
I'm Jane.
Plain old Jane. Plain
It's
Jane.
just me, plain
All
old
plain
Jane.
Plain old 10 feet tall Jane. 15
How's the
feet
weather
tall Jane.
down there?
Yeah. Jane is not able to tie her shoes. She would pass out.
Jane has to shapeshift to become shorter, tie her shoes, and then go back.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or Dirk does it. Dirk just
Dirk
learned how to tie
is-
his shoes.
Dirk actually ties everybody in the party's shoes.
It's very
They told
nice.
him to do it one day, and now they've become dependent on him.
We've all forgotten how to do it
I've forgotten
ourselves.
how to do it myself.
You were just
Been
doing
so
it to
long.
bully him once, and now you're desperate for it. When he doesn't do it, you start to panic.
Alright. Yeah, let's get back in that jail cell. Let's get back in hell in a cell.
Alright. You return to the jail.
Yeah.
You bet.
All is as you left it.
Well,
No smug remarks from Carolyn.
He's just observing. He's keeping an eye on things right now, making sure you aren't trying anything funny.
Oh, buddy, you know I'm gonna be funny.
Well, he's confident that you won't be.
Well, he was confident he'd win that duel.
Got him there. Carolyn
I
boomed
say that
again.
loud. Boom. Fucking get him. Oh, man. Okay. Well, Brill. Question
Yeah?
for you. Wait, I forget if we have to. Do you know where Elder Nevelon went?
Oh,
Are they...
Elder Nebelom.
Yeah.
Nope.
I look at him. I look at him like I'm slightly tired and I'm looking at him and I'm like,
Those escape plans, that wasn't passed down to the likes of me. I'm but a humble bookkeeper. Stop smelling me.
We, Brill, we know that you
Brill.
learned about Pierce Brosnan.
What?
Jane, do the brain war.
You can't force the T-Post character to brain war. I'm sorry, the brain war is off limits.
Oh,
she's too tired.
yeah.
She's tired right now.
Damn it.
We will be.
Get out of this one, Brill.
Embryo?
Please tell us.
I don't know to what you refer.
Embryo? We have it on good authority. That
Oh, yeah?
You do know.
On whose
Word.
authority?
Well, the other townsfolk.
All of them liars.
Embryo? You're saying all the townsfolk are lying.
Yep.
Except for you.
Yep.
Are you feeling okay today, Brill?
Brill, would you like to continue feeling okay?
That's an ag line.
That sounded like a threat.
Yes.
Make an intimidation check.
It's fucking... If he fails, I am going to bend the bars and try and step inside.
Let's see, with my thing. 11.
11.
All right.
He just sort of blinks at you.
All right. I go to the door and I start breaking it apart to get in there with him.
Make a strength check.
Let's see. 22.
22. You walk up to the bars and just cling, cling, cling. Like, these were not built for people of your kind of strength. It just bends and separates around you. It goes, ah! He throws up his hands. He's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you breaking me out?
That is not why I'm coming in there.
No.
Now, would you like to answer the questions?
Oh, fine. Yeah, the changeling met with me. Yeah, absolutely. It was a fake accent. I don't know who he was, alright? Fucking Mole and his ilk are always bringing weird new allies around. I don't know, he just wanted to find the escaped townsfolk. He said he had to deliver something.
That's not good.
You know, Mo shared with me, where they were going, so I let him know.
Where are they going?
What? Well, they're going to the fucking, they're going to the turquoise nexus.
Turquoise nexus.
Yeah, it's this big confluence of rivers. There's some caves underneath it. Or at least in the general area. I don't think the place actually has a name, but it's near the turquoise nexus.
Inside. 9.
9? No idea. This whole thing is so fucked. It was all going so well till the blasted elves showed up. Fucking elves. You're cutting us off from the fruits of our labour. Taking a castle and all. Bullshit.
The fruits of your labor is the castle.
It's everything we've been working towards.
Oh, yeah, the mine.
They fucked everything up at Wyrmwatch and divided the forces. Siege has been slow to progress now, and they'll probably be up to more fucking trouble before the day is done. Bastards. This all was going rather smoothly till they showed up. Although, for the life of me, I don't know why the fuck we were doing it in the first place.
You just doing what your boss said, no question.
I don't know why the fuck we burned it all down. I ain't talked to Mole since it all went down. It seems like an enormous fucking waste to me. I mean, I just can't imagine they would want this sort of, this fucking chaos, this savagery. I don't know what I mean, I'm sure Mishva was part of it. I'm sure they spurred her to attack, but I don't know the fuck why. This is counterproductive. Everything's been put on hold while this is happening. We were real close to just wrapping everything up. Although that'd be done with as well if it weren't for the elves, so that was another, snagging a plan. We're so close to completing preparations for the next fucking phase. This delay is costing us valuable fucking time.
And what phase were you on the project?
I don't know the numbers, I just know we were here for the next one.
The next one being...
I don't know. It wasn't my fucking business to know. Once the KD-14 is extracted and shipped, that's the end of my involvement. I don't run with whatever, Mole and them are running behind the scenes. I'm just, I'm doing my job. I'm a cog in the machine.
Inside. Is he a cog in the machine?
Go for it.
$25.
He seems to be he seems like really frustrated with the situation he's in right now, and so is being uncommonly honest.
Yeah, he's venting right now because nobody else will talk to him.
Basically.
This fucking work's been like, I don't know what upper management is thinking.
Basically, he's like low level, like what the fuck is even going on anymore? We had a plan, and everything is getting so fucked.
Like they're just fucking denying our PTO. They're cutting costs to the point we're not making a profit. I don't.
It's not like when a fucking, Mishva's goons came to town, they gave Moko a wide fucking berth. They were smashing everything. I thought I was gonna die. And the elves came and they killed the Dragonborn, but then they robbed me and stuffed me in a fucking cell. I'm pretty sure the elves weren't part of the plan. But fuck knows why Mishva's crusade was part of the plan. It just doesn't make any fucking sense. The whole thing's gone. Something clearly got fucked up along the way. This is something clearly got fucked up, and this is an extreme response. I don't know what got fucked up, but something did.
Yeah, upper management, am I right? Fucking can't let them do anything.
I've gone along with this. They got good pay, they got good benefits. Corvair's a terrible, terrible fucking place. And Mole says, when all this is done, when it's all through, it'll be, Corvair will be united, it'll be secure, it'll be at peace.
It's gonna make Corvair great again?
It's gonna make Corvair great for the first fucking time. I mean, I see the broken eggs, I'm waiting on a fucking omelette.
Do you know where they were shipping the KD-14 to?
A bunch of places. Zaan mostly. It was going fucking. There's a bunch going through. What's it called? There's a bunch went to Vatherand. I remember. Can't remember. No, I do. Yeah, it was going to Vatherand. A fucking couple other places. It was mostly Zaan, but there was some other place. It was mostly Zaan and Vatherand.
So we're only hitting the big centers. There's still others. We're just in the main facility. Alright, fair enough. Did we ever?
I think a bit got shipped out to Grey Wall as well. but I don't remember exactly. That wasn't really my purview. I think one of the other... I think Home was handling that more than we were.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Good night.
Good night. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, did he say more on the... He said they were going to the turquoise nexus at the rivers and the caves?
Yep.
We know where that's at then now?
You're
Or do we know,
probably
like,
not
through the
familiar with...
caves, is it...
You're probably not specifically familiar with that, but you could probably figure it out now that you have, like, a name.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure if it's, like, for the caves, is it, like, we have to go through the caves and it's, like, it's a left, then a right, then a right, then a...
He
Or
wasn't
is it
super...
kinda-
He just said it was an underground cave near to the turquoise nexus. That was all he really said.
Oh, it was a cave, not... Okay. Like a series of tunnels. Okay.
Like he said, there's a lot of
Okay.
caves in the area, but they're in one.
Mhm. I mean, they're gonna have... I don't know how shitty they'll be, but they'll probably have signs of civilization to some degree. We can try and pick up tracks. Wait, what happened? We have our guide still, right?
Yeah, he's probably chilling with the elves back in the fucking back in the
Okay.
temple now. I actually forgot about him.
Okay. I was like, did we didn't lose him, did we?
No,
Okay.
he's still there.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I'm just fed up with it all, you know? I trust they know what they're doing. You know, they've been doing it a long fucking time. It's just buggered right now. It's even with the fucking mess with the Dragonborn, it might have been fine if it weren't for the fucking elves. That we could have just plowed right through this and continued on, but now the elves are, taking a fucking castle and shutting things down here, splitting up the armies. Just distractions, just fucking distractions.
Is there any way we could... Because we want to get those elves out the castle. So hopefully that means operations will continue, I guess.
Oh, you don't fucking want
there,
that. I
like,
know who
some,
you
like-
fucking are.
Is there a side entrance to get in there?
A side entrance.
I don't know, some back door into the mine or to the castle. You guys...
Yeah, it's a
did
fucking
somebody
death
done-
trap.
Well, yeah.
No, I mean the back door's a fucking death trap.
Oh, okay. That's fine.
Are you looking to die? Well, I suppose that would work out for us. I mean, you're the one's been fucking up all our shit, aren't you?
No.
You're pretty fucking distinctive. Your name's gotten around.
No, that was... No.
You are insane.
And I'm not that daft. And a mole spread
No,
the
we
word to
wouldn't.
his other little moles.
Why are you helping him?
I just fucking told you. When he's done,
Pays good.
Corvair's a fucking shithole. We're always at each other's throats. The only reason that the fucking 100 years of war just ended is because a country got wiped off the fucking map. If these people, or whatever the fuck they are, can actually bring peace, can bring security, can bring unity to this fucked up mess of a country,
Look.
of a continent, then why the fuck would I not throw in with them?
Psychic fascism isn't the answer, sir.
I've been radicalized.
Think
It
that you
isn't.
will
I don't
probably
care if they're gonna get the lightning rail on
The
time.
lightning rail is
It's
gonna
not-
come on time.
It's not worth the price.
All right.
We've lived under this chaos for too fucking long. I think it's time for a change, because clearly we're doing a bad job.
I mean, it's not good. You're right on that, but sadly, brain bugs not the answer. Not sure what is, but them.
Well, you
They
know,
got like.
I respect your opinion, but I think you're fucking nuts. I think
Look.
it's time for drastic change. It's time
And
to
you know
make
what?
some changes.
We've seen some of the changes they made. They made a blood cult. They were turning people into like werewolves. Not good. They were not doing good. Wasn't good.
Like I said, eventually there's an omelette at the end of this thing. I don't know exactly how it shakes out.
Well, as a note, I think the omelet that they'll make involves cracking every person as an egg. So
What would be the
that
fucking
includes
point
you.
of that? You think they just want to kill all of us? If they wanted to do that, I feel like they probably could.
it's not killing per se, but kind of.
Maybe take over everybody. You will probably die.
Well, that's
Might
a
not
foregone fucking
physically.
conclusion at this point, but I'm trying to make a better world for, people after me.
You know that mole guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a person.
I know.
He not anymore.
I
No,
know.
he's not.
What?
He's not anymore. He was, then he got replaced. Like, not up
I gotta be
here.
honest, I'm not totally following you. I know they can jump into people. It's like a thing they do.
Yeah, but then they like, if they jump into you too often, which sounds like that's what they every time they jump in, a bit less of you comes back. Until there's nothing left.
Yeah, yeah, but
Look, again, you don't want to. Yeah, not a good thing to tackle, but
I don't
I'm not
think
sure
they
if
would
you are,
want to do that to everybody.
but if they say, "Hey, let me jump in," decline.
Like,
I mean, they've never
If you
asked.
can. Not sure if they're going to ask. I just do it.
Yes, I'm hardly the only fucking bloke working with these people. They got people all over.
Oh yeah.
yes.
We've spoken to what used to be them as well.
I'm talking about thinking folk. They got thinking folk working for them.
But
For now.
when they make it so that their dream world is the same as our world, they will not need as many thinking people.
I don't know. I think this sounds like a lot of speculation to me.
Yeah.
All
They
right.
are alien, so
I figured that.
It's just
I wasn't sure, but I figured they was some sort of space beast or something.
at the end of the day, you're just helping another kingdom with their nation try to conquer Colbert.
Well, like I said,
in a different
Corvair's
way.
been fucking itself in the arse constantly for years and years and years.
but in Corvair it is very rare for somebody to take over your brain.
I don't know.
Social contracts are not mind control.
Agree to disagree.
Much as
Okay.
I mean, you carry on as you will. Obviously, I can't stop you. I'm just a guy. If you win and you kill them all, I guess I'm out of a fucking job. I'm probably going to, jail for the rest of my life or be executed. So,
I mean,
either way.
realistically, as long as you don't like go real hard into it, like if you don't, there's like some I don't know what, there's like some uprising. Don't like stab somebody, man. Like, don't do that.
Why
You're
would I
probably
do
fine.
that? I can't
I
fight
don't
for
know.
shit. I'm
I
just
don't
Brill
know.
Bruckner.
Well,
I've got no intention of doing any violence to anybody. I don't want none of this. This is a fucking mess. We were doing good business here. Everything was moving like clockwork.
Yeah, creating jobs.
Have you ever heard of political violence?
I mean, conceptually,
Yes. I think maybe it is kind of like that. Here. Well, not here. In the mall building, when you are doing the papers.
I was just shipping some junk. Just some KD-14. I mean, it's not like we were the only people who used KD-14. It's in every fucking Warforged ever built.
But you are doing it for, using it for different things.
Am I?
Plus, they
Yes.
kind of stopped the Warforged production, didn't they?
Who did?
I thought they stopped making Warforged. Did they not?
Ask Kenneth. Oh, they say they did.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You ask me, I don't trust a fucking word anybody in a Dragonite house says. That's coming from me. I trust some
That's
pretty
fair.
strange things. So if that's my line, I'd trust these bastards before I trusted a house. Although I guess you always know what the house wants. Gold at any cost.
No. All right. Yeah. Fair. Golden power, like everybody else, baby.
Yeah.
Even still.
City on a hill.
I was just saying,
Sorry.
if
Well,
I had to pick between a Dragonmark house, you know, selling my mother for a packet of coppers, or a space beast taking over my mother's mind, at least she's still alive in one of those scenarios.
I don't know.
Although I still don't really believe that. That's a lot. That sounds like a lot.
Have you ever seen any of the dwarf people when they were not mole?
What? You mean mole like the guy?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh. We still have the journal of the dwarf who wrote down about how his brain disappeared.
I'm not sure if we kept that note. I don't know if we took that.
I mean, you could have thrown it away, but there was no real reason to.
It's probably still
I
in our
was thinking
inventories.
more. Yeah. It was either take it or we left it on this person, but
I don't think
we
it was
probably
really
took it.
long. I don't think you picked it up and just like read it there next to the corpse.
Yeah, let me see if I have.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I think we were in like a rush too because
Yeah,
like,
you
we
were
teleporting out.
like shit was fucking going down, so you took it and ran.
Yeah.
I found it. He says that he is a faint shadow.
Can I see
Mole
it?
came to. No.
Are you gonna
What am I
tear
gonna
it?
do?
Are you gonna rip it up?
What purpose would that possibly serve me?
Okay. I don't know. It's up to you about that.
I just wanted to fine, just dangle it in front of my face then. I just wanted to read it.
Okay. That is the first part.
That's really long.
Yes. Here, this one is where it says that Mole showed up. He was a woman. Then it talks about how he is an alien here. And then about how he eats your emotions and your brain. Oh, and then at the bottom, he says all of his brothers' names and says asks for them to not be forgotten.
Alright. So I'll concede that's a bad look. Didn't care for that. But I already knew Mole was a bastard. I didn't think he wasn't a bastard. I just, figure at the end of this, there's something worth getting to. I mean, I know he's a prick. He does dastardly fucking things. I mean, he's working with Mishva, who's fucking crazy.
But all of them do that.
Yeah, it might be what happened to our friend that you spoke to, the B.S. Brosnan. Yeah, he's not normally like that.
He's not.
No.
Oh, he's a little. Oh. I mean, I know they
Normally
sometimes.
he's with his cell phone tower that we lug around, but he's been weird.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, look, she's getting a signal.
All right. Listen, all right. I've devoted a lot of time and energy into this. And I'm suffering a bit of cognitive dissonance while attempting to justify it.
You can always start over.
You gotta make it omelette, man. The omelette.
No. Go make a new omelet. Go make one where you're not a part of some grand scheme. You're just
Wouldn't you
Brill
rather be
Bruckner.
part of the grand scheme than affected by the grand scheme?
Oh no, we are going to save the world.
Well, we're gonna affect the grand scheme and get rid of it. That's our plan.
How?
Okay,
We'll
so
figure it
we are
out.
going to stop all of their minds, and then we are going.
I don't know if we should. You might interact with Mole again. Hopefully not, but
I am just going to say that we are going to stop them from doing things.
Well, good luck. I think they've been here for thousands of years, so...
But they did not do anything until now, because they are actually very weak.
That is a good point. I think they've been doing
pretty
stuff. I suppose, based on all
they've been
accounts...
trying. They've been failing for quite a while.
Well, I mean, Mo told me they've been doing stuff all along. I mean, how do you... I don't know. Wait a second.
Yeah, they've been, planting seeds.
Wait a tick. I'm just remembering something now. Oh. I didn't catch the context of that at all.
What is it?
I remember Mo. I was asking Mo about something once, and he talked about, playing with the minds of the kids next to the king's deathbed. Oh, bollocks. He was talking about... I think he was talking about all the kids around the last king's deathbed. Like the last king of Galifar. He was fucking with their heads. Or somebody was.
Mhm.
And it was after the deathbed, after he died, that all of them decided that they was the heir to the throne.
Mm.
Oh,
Yes.
I think they might have started the last war.
That makes sense.
I don't know the fuck why.
So they could make things worse, and they could trick people into helping them.
Boys, I think I've been rumbled. I think I've been snowed.
You can still be a normal person who does paperwork.
I feel kind of sick all of a sudden. And really, I think I need to sit down for a bit. He does that. He sort of like slumps down in the corner of the cell.
Forget if I made this reference, but hey guys, I found an alternate map of Corvair.
How humorous.
How humorous.
Thanks.
Well,
Okay. You can think about it. And hope. Yes, you can think about it. And the elves will leave soon, probably.
yeah, sure.
And don't forget, you can always start over, do better next time.
You are already helping.
Bill Bruckner.
Yes. No matter how bad it may be, wait, what was the line, Botnak? No matter how dark it gets, there's always a lantern at the end of the tunnel.
Yes, they're always light. Shine.
Sorry, gentlemen. I'm gonna have to ask you to perhaps leave me in. I'm currently having a panic attack.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want T-Rex meat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass some T-Rex meat to all the prisoners, actually.
Hello.
Oh, we didn't do that?
No, we forgot entirely.
We forgot to do this.
Here's some T-Rex meat. Everyone's like, oh, thank fuck!
Here's your food.
At last,
Here's some watermelon
sustenance.
too.
And we have some water from the alchemy jug, too. So, plenty.
And then I say, I'll give you some space, and I step out of the bars and I close them back in.
It is good to see a room of people enjoying food, even if they are prisoners and one of them is experiencing a crisis of conscience.
Somebody is eating one and says, wow, this is the best T-Rex meat I've ever eaten. Quite a snack. A vast snack.
Oh, brand recognition.
Yes, I too
you
improbably was at the Tain Gala, and I partook from your cart.
There will be vast snacks restaurant in every town in world. Do not worry.
That's an enormously large franchise.
World's most biggest.
Well, I wish you luck on your... You know what? I'll chip in. They didn't get this from me. And you see him, like, dig under his, like, tongue, and he pulls out, like, a silver coin, and he flicks it to you, and he's like, here, your first bit of seed capital.
Oh.
Consider me an investor.
What is your name?
My name? Hold on.
Is it Clemens?
No,
wait,
it's
what did we
not.
type?
You made that up. It has to be me. My
What was
name.
KMS's? I can't. It won't let me load.
Oh,
Mine-
is it Mishpa's Wistachio?
Mrs.
I'm
Wastachio.
afraid not. My name is Benjamin Widdershins.
Well, there we go.
Your name will be somewhere important.
I'm glad to hear it. What a delicious T-Rex steak.
I'll put this coin under my chef hat.
It will rest in a
I
place
like
of
this.
honor. It's like it's like the
Bosniak will be
fucking like
running-
framed first dollar things, except there's just some dude's tongue silver.
They say that his saliva on that coin just sprinkled a bit of fairy dust.
And most prominently, that saliva was coated with the flavor of Vothnak's cooking.
It's true.
That that
It has the original recipe.
that silver is marinated in Originals Vothnak's T-Rex steak.
That kind of wholesome, honest, no strings attached, just belief in the strength of a brand. That's what is gonna rocket us to the top.
We need that kind of brand loyalty.
Mhm.
And it occurs to me with Vothsnack opening in every town and in the whole world, Vothnak is going to have to live the rest of his days adventuring to offset the horrid loss that they will be making.
They will be perpetually deep in the red. The overhead is fucked. It's-
He shows up like, I have killed another dragon, and like, thank God. Okay, we're net zero for the month. Yes.
That's fine. It'll be all scaled perfectly. Everyone will love Votsnack so fucking much.
I have just defeated the moon demon, and its bowels were filled with more gold than has ever been seen.
And they're like, this'll keep us ahead of the debtors for like a month and a half. Thank fuck.
I have killed the debtors.
That'll keep us out of the new demon debtors for at least a week.
Luckily, every time I kill the debtors, I am morally justified.
Our debt is so significant that they have magically set it up to transfer to other debtors upon their death.
Eventually,
Eventually, there will be no debt collectors left.
Yeah, either all living beings will be killed as a result of this, or nobody will be a debtor anymore. They'll stop doing that.
Vothnak is
So basically, what we're
impossible dream of
what we've established here is that the establishment of Vothsnacks is an extinction level event.
For debtors. We're going to save the world. No more loans, or at least no more interest.
See, the thing is as
I have
Vothnak
saved the
kills
world.
debtors-
No one will ever repay a loan again.
as he kills
Infinite
debtors-
growth.
Thanks to Vothnak, we actually now live in a perfect, automated, gay, space, luxury, communist society. So,
However, it does have super mega ultra inflation.
It is
luckily, the money. It's fine because all you need is Vothsnacks. It's good.
all buildings are made from money, which is functionally worthless as anything but a building implement.
They make gold so common they can make like semiconductors and such, which help to jumpstart their technology again.
The space race is brought about because of Vothsnacks.
Then we go to the sci-fi version of EBERRON. And
then in space they say there is a legendary mythical job that pays so well. It's called a debtor.
If one were able
Legend
to
has
collect...
it that if you accept the role, a green behemoth will hunt you down across the space.
But if you were able to collect, your pockets would overflow. You would drown in the wealth that you've accumulated. Alright.
I think that
You feed them the T-Rex steaks, and I think that should be a good place to stop for the moment, because we've lost, like, the whole party.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been EBERRON. Bye.
Ba-ba-ba.